tavern for maybe the start of your next adventure, because all good adventures, and this one, start in taverns. So you find yourselves in the Bawdy Flamingo. It's a nice little tavern in Caster Falls, and you're sort of just sitting around, just talking about the last few hours.
To the spicy rat caper.
Spicy rat caper. Man, I couldn't believe how spicy that rat was.
Man, I know, right?
Spicy.
And then remember when Prudence murdered that guy?
Yes.
God, that was
That was a
crazy.
good one.
Oh, Merylwen, the look on your face when we realised we'd torched all those guards tied up.
Classic.
Classic Prudence.
Merylwen.
You know, humans are animals too.
That's true. Who wants another drink?
Cheers.
Going to the bar.
Oh, I like the bit where the guy went on fire.
Yes, you've mentioned that you liked that bit several times. In fact, it's all you talked about on the walk back to the city.
Such a long walk.
So, with Flagon's empty, Corazon de Leon stands and he turns to go to the bar and spend some of the gold he just got off rich people with rat sons to get a fresh round of drinks. And as he turns, there is a small child standing in front of him. She looks fairly dirty. She's what you might charitably describe as an urchin. She looks over and says, "Are you Mr. Corazon de Leon?"
It's possibly. I mean, you might be thinking, you have me confused with my cousin Corazon. I'm Stephen de Leon. But if you have a message for him, I can pass it on.
Yeah, man said to give him this.
Yes, I can definitely do that for him, but it's not me if anyone's listening. It's my cousin, Corazon.
Is this a paternity thing?
It's the DNA test result.
Sorry.
You owe 16 gold pieces in alimony.
You've been served,
You're a bit
sir.
high on payments.
Okay, let me just unfold.
What?
Oh God, it's the black spot.
What?
This is.
What's that?
What is it?
No, nothing.
Laura?
I think it's just they spilled some ink on this bit of paper. Nothing to worry about. I'm just going. Who wanted ale?
Me?
Good, lovely ale. Definitely.
Well, that
Nothing
seems
to worry about.
mysterious, Job.
Yeah. Why is he freaking out?
It's just a black spot. I mean,
Does he not like kids or something?
Okay, I'm just going to put this.
He's so
down
complicated.
here. Anyway, I'm back, guys. Here are ales.
Hey,
cheers.
Ales, cheers.
You guys
Again.
are all good at fighting, right? You guys all
Sure. Love
spells
it.
and that, and yeah,
The odd
let's not split up at all for the rest of the day. Let's just hang out together all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, Corazon. I was thinking maybe you were going to split soon. I thought maybe this team didn't mean as much to you as it did to the rest of us.
No,
so
God,
that
I
is-
love this. I love how many of us there are in this team and how we're so surrounded by each other. And
How armed everybody
And
is.
how one of us can stand in the middle of all the others.
yeah, I just think this is a really good team. And I think we should stay as a team.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
Hooray,
cheers.
cheers.
Hooray to that.
Jeez.
Prudence, do you have any kind of lore or historical stuff going on in your character sheet?
I have a book of lore in my backpack
There is
that I'm wearing.
something tickling you in the back of your head. You did catch a glimpse of the piece of paper, and
did.
indeed you did hear Corazon say, "Oh God, it's the black spot." And I think you probably, out of idle curiosity
Right.
maybe, want to look up what the black spot
Okay.
might be. We're going to call this a difficulty check of 10. Nice easy one to start you off. It is an intelligence
It's an
check.
intelligence check.
It's not Arcana, it would be history. But you do get
Okay.
to add your intelligence.
Okay,
modifier.
so it's +2. 14 +2.
Yep.
So, what am I trying to beat?
You are trying to beat a 10.
I've got, a 5 plus, and my intelligence, right?
Yeah, which is 2, so
Yep.
that's a 7.
Oh.
So that's a fail. You
Why do I even carry this book? I fumble opening the book.
So the rest of you watching, Prudence kind of gets a book out of her bag and launches it across the table. But never
I
mind.
reach out my hand to grab at it in the air.
Never mind, Prudence, because you're pretty sure you remember that the black spot means that a bunch of pirates are going to show up this evening, and you think it's throw a
was it?
party for
yeah.
Corazon?
Yep.
Yeah, you think they're going to throw a party for him.
Must be it. Guys, I feel like there's some pirates on the way,
What
but
makes you think that?
I just, memory. This is my,
Oh, maybe
my
they're friends.
inaccurate memories about pirate lore.
Are they going to be friends of...
Yeah,
Corazon?
probably. Yeah, I reckon.
Nice.
All right.
won't-
The black spot it doesn't mean there's a party.
What?
Oh,
Doesn't mean there's a party happening. Means a bunch of pirates come to kill me.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's less good.
Yes, it is less good.
what are you going to do, man?
What
well,
are you going to do? Yeah.
I mean, we're a party, right, guys? You guys have got my back.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
all-
help out. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know,
Okay, well, I don't.
why do they want to kill you?
It's a long story. We don't need to get into it right now.
Well, I'd like to know what I'm fighting for. What if?
They are just bad pirates, and I was too good of a pirate. I wanted to give all our treasure to.
This all sounds
To
like
the
something a
poor.
bad pirate would say.
No, I wanted to give all our treasure to the poor, and they wanted to keep it for themselves to spend on the arms trade. I know.
The gentle ambience of the tavern is suddenly interrupted by the sound of a chair scraping back across the floor.
I hate that sound.
As you look up, you see a figure stand and slowly cross the room, and he looks like. What does he look like, Mike?
Looks like a 6-foot humanoid dragon man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're
Hey.
impressive, stranger.
Hello.
Hey.
I am Egbert the Careless.
Yeah.
Meet you.
Egbert, happy to know you, buddy.
Egbert.
Egbert, this is kind of a
Cheers.
private conversation. I
Well,
don't know if you.
We're going to be friends.
Whatever.
I heard you were in a spot of bother, and
I like this guy.
these guys didn't seem super committed to helping you out.
The black spot is not a laughing matter, Egbert.
Because of your black spot.
Well, I mean, I am in trouble. Any help you could offer?
Well, this is it. I just happen to be wandering around looking for absolution, and I feel like this might be a good candidate for potential absolution. They weren't super specific about how I absolved myself, so this is as good as an offer as I've got
Okay.
today. So I thought I'd come and help you guys out.
Where do you hail from, buddy?
Well, you know, I kind of grew up as a stable boy. I wasn't always a giant dragon with a sort of golden sheen, as befitting my lineage. But you know, I was taken in by the noble order of the Dragon d'Or, and they, you know, they saw something in me. It was immediately after a particularly attritional battle with the godless heathens, and they're a paladin sect, and so.
Is there going to be a lot of religion stuff?
I mean, I think everyone could do with some religion in their life, you know, some meaning, some,
Sure.
you know.
Are you here to give us pamphlets or sell us books?
Look, I've been trying to work them on the nature thing, and even that's difficult.
I know, right? I mean, they're hanging out with a demon. What the hell? So anyway,
It's another tiefling race.
I thought I'd help out however I can, and you know, I've mastered my gift and taken on some of the attributes
Okay,
of the dragon.
that's-
So,
I mean-
thought that might help.
Yeah, no, I
Steve's arrived at
appreciate
the right time.
appreciate your offer, stranger. That's very kind of you. I'm saying don't panic just yet,
Okay.
and you know it's fine. Just let's get another drink in, and you know just see how this thing pans out.
Right.
Corathon, obviously you internally are panicking. Because you know.
usually I'm panicking.
Yeah, good. Because you know, obviously you know exactly what this is, and you have a sneaking suspicion of where it might have come from. And if that suspicion is correct, you reckon that you and the party have maybe 6 hours to prepare yourselves in whatever way you see fit to defend yourselves against what's probably going to be an attack from some pirates.
Bunch of pirates going to come and try and murder us in 6 hours. Should we still be here in 6 hours? I'm thinking no. I mean, this is something I deal with periodically.
Right.
And
Like a
what I
tax
usually,
return or
what I usually, yeah.
Is that what they've come for?
last time?
How it went last time was I ran away, and they didn't find me.
Aren't you scared of running?
Yeah, it would be
Aren't you
nice to
tired
not
of
have to worry about it because,
Yeah.
to be honest, I've got like 3 or 4 of these black spots, and it's just
What?
honestly,
They stack.
it's a real hassle. Yeah, so
You're going to get even more murdered by pirates.
The third one, they bring out the attack chopper.
well,
Get
if
a
you,
free drink to
Yeah.
fill the full
if
guard.
you get 5 black spots, your 6th pirate attack is free. I haven't, you know, I've not spoken to these guys before. I'm pretty sure I know why they want to kill me, but you know, maybe they'll listen to reason.
Maybe that previous high-profile job where you were turning people back from animals sort of put them on your scent.
Yeah, we were in the local news.
I heard about
rolls.
it, and I've only just met you.
The
Chris.
news shouting, the town crier was shouting about it.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have given him my real full name.
You wouldn't give the child your full name.
I just wanted to be in the town criers shouting.
I'd like to finish my drink, but otherwise, I feel like probably we should hightail it.
Okay, so we've got 1 for running away. I mean, they're huge.
How killable?
Oh.
On a scale of 0 to 10.
How many do you think?
So, guys, I feel I should probably just lay some stuff on the line. The pirates who are coming to kill us, all of us.
What? Wait, why?
Because, no, I mean, they'll know about you guys now and they'll want to kill. I mean, we're all in it now. They are, to an extent, human. There's a curse.
They're fully skeleton.
Oh, I see.
There's a curse. These guys can't be killed, but they can be defeated.
Right.
For how long?
It's 2 years, they will say, and then they will come back. So I have had this fight before. It didn't go super well, and I'm sort of attached to them. If we could not, I mean, I would.
You don't want to kill them.
I'd prefer it if we didn't. It's really awful, like the whole process.
They seem fine with killing you.
Yeah, I know, and that's again, that's on me.
I'm not saying that I won't help, but I think it should be noted that you're asking an awful lot of us without giving a whole lot of information about what we're up against.
I mean, I've never even been on the ocean, and
Oh,
now
you
I've got pirate skeletons after
They're
me.
not skeletons. They're just really horrible cursed pirates.
Right.
Some of them are probably quite skinny though.
Is that kid still here?
I think
Is
the
the
kid
child
left.
still
I
here?
feel like the kid left. I can't see the kid.
She's scarpered.
Maybe I can.
Oh God!
I'll spice the challenge.
I mean, if you want to try it, I'll let you roll it. But
She probably doesn't know anything. She was probably just offered a tiny amount of gold to deliver a message.
Here's another way, okay? What if we don't stand our ground here, but we also don't run? We've got 6 hours, right? Why don't we try and find them in that time, catch them off guard, hit them where they are now?
Ooh, that's good.
We'd need to track them somehow. I don't have any ideas, but
I mean,
For a
you know
more
piratey
honourable.
ways. I presume
setup,
they would be
but-
coming into ports. They will be arriving on a ship.
so maybe we go scope out the harbour.
See if they're expecting any boats to turn up that seem unusual,
Okay.
or if they've heard any seafaring gossip. In that case, we head down to the harbour to investigate. We talk to find like the harbour master.
very good. It's a nice sunny day here in Castle Falls. Not that it really matters much to you now, because it just feels very gloomy inside.
It does.
Unfortunately.
I'm enjoying it though.
Oh, good. Well, it's a pretty bustling port. There are lots of ships sort of further out. 'Cause it's quite a shallow dock. They can't bring in proper tall ships and just like let the anchor down right next to the docks. There are lots of ships sort of ferrying goods to and fro. There are no sails that you recognise, Corazon. So there are lots of people unloading merchant stuff, and a lot of sort of boats just tied up. You see a man who's quite clearly the harbour master. He's a very portly chap with sort of like a big belt sort of up here that looks like if you were close enough it would start groaning under the weight. And he's sort of just bellowing at some people who seem to be doing their jobs just fine, but he's telling them to do it, faster, better, harder, stronger. As they sort of take barrels off a low sort of skiff and load them onto the dock.
Hi, harbour master.
Hello.
I expect you have a pretty good overview of all the ships that are going to be coming into the harbour here.
We do. Not a craft comes in here. I don't know about it.
Right. Okay, good. Do you have any? Is there anything unusual coming in today? Any unusual ships that maybe just seemed odd when you learned about them?
Let's see. It's fairly normal. Ask me. We've had merchants, tourists, adventurers, pirates.
Pirates? Whoa! Who are the pirates? What pirates? What boats? What ship? Sorry, ship is what we call it.
You're a seafarer.
I knew you could appreciate that little touch.
Well, it was a little skiff, just tied up down there. About sort of 8 lads all came in. I assume they were in the business of doing a bit of carousing.
Oh my God.
They paid their tie-up fee, and I said hello, and they said "ar," and they went on their way.
That sounds like them, all right.
Maybe we should ask which way they went.
Yeah. Did you see which way they went for their carousing?
Might have.
Oh,
Here we go.
I see how it is.
Eldritch Blast.
Come on, we're loaded with gold. Just give him some gold.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be tight.
Perhaps this will jog your memory. I passed them 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, they went exactly that way. And one of them
That
said
was
to
a
the other
lot of
That's too
one,
much gold pieces. I don't know the exchange rate.
advice from Harbour Master.
I got 96 from the guy at the end and I thought, oh, okay. All right. God damn it. All right, everyone remember 10 is a lot.
10 is a lot.
10 equals a lot.
A lot.
I've written 8 pirates.
Okay. Eight pirates.
One of them said they were going to go drinking in the Boar's Tooth.
Boar's Tooth.
Boar's Tooth.
All right, guys. We know where they are. They're in the Boar's Tooth. There's 8 of them.
Touch
There's
it,
only...
you're saying.
You want to touch it from the outside?
Calls for arson.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't want to go in there, right? Because they're looking.
They are looking for
Oh, you
me.
don't have to go in it when you burn it down.
Yeah, maybe you guys could go in and
I went into the burning it down idea, are we?
you can scope these guys out and see what is going on. Because every time I've tried to talk to these guys, they're just not into it. But I feel like if I could just talk to them, they would appreciate that things have been difficult recently. But I'm trying to sort things out
All right.
for them. Anyway,
There is 5 of us, and we're presumably quite intimidating. Are we intimidating enough that we'll intimidate 8 of them, or not?
We might be.
Yeah,
but it's a risk, I guess.
We had a
don't know.
I'm
demon.
quite intimidating.
You're very friendly.
I feel.
all right, should we head over there? I won't go in, but you guys can go in and see what the situation is.
Okay.
Wait. What's our cover? What's our...
We want to join their pirate crew.
Oh, I like it.
Wait, why do we need a cover? Aren't we going to have to be quite direct about our mate Corazon?
Well, we could just sit on a table
Well, I've
next to
only
them and overhear the
Just
chat.
ask them why they're in
Well,
town.
How about we say that we've got a lead? We obviously won't say where you are,
Nice.
but we
And
say,
then
hey,
send them out. I see where you're going.
Maybe we get your 10 gold back as well.
Be like, hey, you guys are pirates. We saw a pirate in town earlier today.
yeah,
We could sit near them and loudly talk about a pirate that we saw recently.
yeah,
Ooh, we could set up a trap
Yeah.
beforehand.
yeah.
We could
Okay.
set up like he's in this building, and then
Yeah.
close the doors behind them, bar the doors,
we
and
say-
then
yeah.
we've got them at our mercy.
Okay, so what we
Eldritch
need.
Blast.
And then, bam comes the Eldritch Blast.
So what we need realistically for that, and I love the idea, is somewhere where we can take them that's nearby but is also empty. Because if we start Eldritch blasting in a tavern, we're going to bring the law down on us. I think,
I think like a barn or something.
or like a
Jail
like a
cell?
boathouse or like a
I
warehouse.
really wish we'd asked for that before we gave the harbour master the 10 gold. I feel like that would have encompassed that as well.
Mr.
Egbert.
Egbert.
It's fine.
Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I seem to remember you said that you grew up in stables a lot. Do you
Yes,
know any
yeah.
stables in this town?
Wow, I know where I come from a long, long way away, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it's
you don't
been-
still sleep in stables?
No, and I wasn't sad to see the back of them when I was finally, after
Sure.
6 long years of mucking out horses, allowed to move into the citadel. But yeah, I've been wandering a long time now. I don't want to talk about why, unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
So mysterious. Next adventure,
Okay,
we're getting
so
attacked
that's
by
a
whatever
road
it
to
was.
stables.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, well, let's. I mean,
I think we should ask the hub master again. We're already friendly with him. We've already paid him off. I feel like another little
Yeah.
bit of gold. We could just rent a boathouse.
oi, harbour master. Are there any boathouses around here that we can lock from the outside?
You hear from the harbour master, who is still where you found him, but now he's just hammered.
Shouldn't have given him all that money.
Damn it.
And for a man who appeared to have such a strong work ethic,
Yeah.
He's drinking at an incredible rate, you noticed. But
Mate, do you have any boathouses around here we can lock from the outside that I could just use? See, it's me, your old mate, Corazon. Remember I gave you all that money you bought the booze with?
Money booze man.
Yeah, money booze man.
Lost my accent.
That's me.
Yeah. Oh, you remember you? Yeah. There's one we was fixing up the hemp rope there.
Sounds perfect, man. Thank you very much. We'll take it. Cheers. All right, see you later. Bye.
Not so fast. That is going to be a charisma check with persuasion.
So
He's hammered. I'm going to give you the advantage on this, to be
Okay.
perfectly honest.
I have
He is-
a tick in persuasion.
Oh, great. Okay. So that's going to add your proficiency bonus.
So that's a 19.
Okay, you probably don't even need to roll the
Dispense
other
with the
one.
maths.
Really.
I've got a +3 charisma and also persuasion. So
Well, I never gave you the difficulty check for that, but
100.
it was going to be a 15, so it's safe to say you've absolutely smashed that.
Hey.
Yes.
Nice.
It takes him about 15 minutes, which is infuriating because you know that time is precious. But he pulls a big ring of keys off his belt and sort of like tries to find the right one.
God, why
You
did I
think he
give him
goes
so
through it
much money?
about 4 or 5 times before he eventually goes, then just sort of drops it.
Great, we've got the key. All right. This boathouse, we can lock it from the outside. We're going to lure these guys in.
Right.
What's
gonna-
it like on the inside? And
So-
the entrances, exits?
Yeah, you go to the boathouse, and it is pretty squat. It's kind of obviously it's loads of water. It's sort of like it's like a glorified garden shed, really,
Okay.
and it's got lots of thematically appropriate sort of netting strewn about it. And you go in, and basically it's kind of like a horseshoe shape. In that there is a little cutaway into the water where they might put a boat and launch it out from there, but mostly it's just loads of floorboards, some tools hanging up on the walls. It's pretty bare in there.
So this is the space we've got. So we set it up so there's like a fake Corazon like in there, so like asleep in a bed. I think we could make like a little bedroll and like put a Ferris Bueller this.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Like put
The
it in the
non-magic.
corner.
Ah, yes, I've heard tell of.
Sorry, yes,
Ferris Bueller.
it's a tale from where I'm from, the lamentable tale of Ferris Bueller.
And his day off.
The cautionary song of Ferris.
All right, so
Because-
fake Corazon
We
in the
do.
middle, and then we'll lock the door behind them.
Yeah. All right, that sounds like
What
the
about
same.
traps? What about traps?
What-
Traps?
We leave them in the boathouse, then what?
I don't know if
can
we
find
can
out.
prudence.
I'm hoping we can find out why they're here, what
So
they want.
you don't know why
I've got
they're
I've got a
chasing
pretty good idea.
you. What do you
but-
think it is?
But long story short, these guys are my old crew, and
Here
we got into some trouble searching for a legendary treasure, and they ended up cursed, and I didn't.
How did you escape the curse?
Well, I managed to make it out of there, and those guys didn't, and it wasn't by design. It was a very harrowing experience. I don't like to talk about it, but I made it away. Those guys didn't, and now they're seeking the return of something that I no longer have. So
What is it?
it's part of a cursed treasure hoard. There are several coins that I've been trying to find for a while now.
Okay.
You may notice that I steal things a lot.
It's
That's
my thing.
yeah, but it's because I'm looking for these coins. Yeah, so far I only have 2 of the coins that I need, and we have 8 that we need to find. So we're not even halfway there. I'm trying to get them, but these guys keep coming and trying to kill me, which isn't going to help anyone. So
If we
Do
get
you want
these,
to explain that to them?
well, maybe they'll listen to reason. It's it's the old crew, old Curly Joe and Jack Craxon.
Right. So you want to lock them in the barn and try reason on them, and if
I
reason
just-
fails,
Like,
then
I-
we
then
will-
they're trapped.
I want to
then
know
they're
why they're doing this when I'm trying to help them.
All right, cool.
all right,
So,
cool. Corazon, if you want to come with us to the tavern, then I have a disguise kit. I could.
Oh, you could disguise me.
Yeah. What do you want to be, man?
Oh, that sounds great. Ooh,
Tiger.
ooh,
I can do.
Yeah,
I can
what can you
do Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
or a tiger. Yeah, that's basically it.
like a
Or
tiger
a
person.
Spider tiger. Do you want-
Oh, yeah, no, maybe if it's a spider tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we're going to the tavern, and we're all going to go in, and I'm disguised as the spider tiger.
I think I don't need to roll, do I, for the disguise? I can.
You don't
Simply
need to
apply it.
roll to disguise Corathon as a spider tiger. I am going to make you roll to determine the quality of
Spider tiger.
No, that would be good to know in advance, wouldn't it? How good a job I've
Let
done.
me see.
How convincing a spider tiger.
We're going to call this a dex roll.
Okay.
So you're gonna get to add your ridiculous +5 modifier.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you a difficulty check to beat. I'm just going to see what comes out of this, and then we'll take it as read from there.
4. I cannot catch a break.
A 9 overall.
9. Yeah.
Okay.
I smeared some
the orc hands.
It's a very sort of muddy tiger print, you think-ish thing.
Sure.
And basically, what you've done, it seemed very clever at the time, is you've got a bunch of sticks now poking out of his shirt, and they're all sort of tied to his wrist. So when he does
Spider
this,
effect, yes.
they all sort of raise up,
All right.
and that's honestly the disguise you're going with as you all enter the tavern with
can I-
a bunch of pirates who want to kill you.
I'm lurking at the back of the group, trying to sort of duck down behind the 6-foot dragon.
This
man.
is our nervous spider tiger friend. Yeah. He's nervous because his face is muddy paint.
You, having found your way to the Boar's Tooth, which looks pretty seedy, to be honest. It's kind of those windows with the sort of metal crisscross patterns that you can barely even see into. They're so grimy. You think there are candles on the inside of the windows.
Baby led.
He's going.
He's self-actualizing.
Yeah.
Too
Mustn't
much
stifle his
baby
creativity.
Done.
Okay, I take the map and I look at it to see if there is a pattern I can
Drawn a cat in the corner as well.
Oh,
But yeah,
Nice cat.
there's very much sort of trajectory of just expanding outward from the docks.
Okay.
So it's kind of like if you imagine the docks being here and the town sort of spreads out this way, it kind of like dink, 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 dink. It's kind of like it's definitely moving outward.
Fanning outwards.
But never too far from a main thoroughfare that runs through the town from docks to out of town.
So we should have a spooky sleepover and see what happens.
Spooky
I think-
sleepover.
yeah.
Agreed.
There's definitely a point on this where it looks like the next attack will occur.
We need to
go
be
So
there.
let's find a room we can rent within that area and spooky sleepover.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I'll get my
Alright, you
pajamas.
get the snacks.
All right.
I'll get the footy pajamas for sure to wear.
This whole thing was a Cthulhu thing,
I
right?
mean, Cthulhu wants us to be here, and conventionally, Cthulhu Dad doesn't want to avert,
yeah,
So it must be
sea-based
pretty bad.
disasters.
Well,
Maybe it's just some rival
could be a rival monstrosity.
old one, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
Cthulhu's
not
about
call
to
it
do
just
something
yet.
cool and it wants everyone to see.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
Maybe there was
We
some
will bring a picture box
sacrifices.
as well, just in case it's something cool that I
Okay.
can take a picture of.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna
Find
search
a
around the
hostel
area
of
on the
some
map.
sort.
Yeah, and see if there's anywhere we can rent.
Okie
accommodation
dokie.
and lodgings.
Where in relation to the town do you want to go? Do you want to go sort of like up past the X's to see whether they're going to keep coming?
Yes,
Okay.
I want to try and take the sort of average distance between the X's where the attacks have taken.
Maybe extrapolate.
Yeah, and extrapolate
The
to where we
pattern.
think the next attack will take place. And
Yeah,
try
sure.
and find lodgings there.
Okay, cool. You scout about a bit, and it turns out that yes, there is a place. It's not exactly where you would have picked, but it's pretty darn close. It's kind of like sort of across the road from sort of where you reckon the next attack might take place. It's a place called Franklin's Flophouse.
Nice.
Wow.
Sounds cheap.
It is very, very cheap.
All right. I think someone should sleep
Hate sharing a bathroom.
alone
Yeah,
as bait, and everyone else should patrol.
I think some people
Hide-
should
we
look
should
out the
hide.
window at the other building as well, just in case.
Okay.
I've got a telescope.
All right. Someone should hide, like
Yeah, behind
in a closet,
dressing
under a bed.
sort of
Yeah.
panel thing or something, yeah?
But
Okay.
this thing may only take a lone sleeper, so it has to look like it's.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if we
Ooh,
split the
baity.
party, we can have one person in the bed, one person in the wardrobe. I can be behind the curtain next to the window, and I can be looking across the street.
Also,
with Overwatch.
have you heard the tale of Home Alone? Maybe we should rig something up just in case.
Yeah, a nail on a step.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
a paint can. On
Paint
the rope.
can on a rope, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Can we rig up some traps?
Yeah.
Maybe like one on the door, one on the.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you two are most sort of on board with this idea. So let's have
I
you
love that
roll
tale.
for
I
it.
watch it every winter solstice.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Watch it.
No,
Okay.
what's
Or
your
in your-
retelling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
retelling, yeah.
Sure.
I-
Around,
Okay.
around the fire.
I make most of my money for the year retelling that every winter solstice.
Ah.
Gather everyone round in a
Yeah.
tavern, and
Ah.
after about 90 minutes,
Merry Christmas, you filthy manticores.
yeah.
What's a manticore?
I'm going to call this a dexterity check. Sound fair to you? Sort of like
Seems fair to me.
setting up traps neatly. Let's call it a 15 for each of you. You're rolling to set up your own ones. So anyone who fancies setting up some traps may.
Well, I'm in that.
D20,
room.
right?
19
Yes, a d20.
plus 4, 23.
Ooh, I've got 12, and then I've got a +1 modifier.
13 plus 5, it's dex, right?
Yes.
So that's whatever 13 plus 5 is.
Okie dokie. Describe to me the traps you've set up. Please don't tell me it's another meat grinder.
No.
Okay, good.
No. We want to like catch this thing.
Good, fine.
So mine is a thing where if they come in through the door, a net just falls down on them and entraps them
And what
completely.
does she do?
And then a net ties them up.
A net falls on them.
Punches them in the face.
Punches them in the face. Okay, got it. Dob, you have set up.
Dob takes the travel iron from the wardrobe that you sometimes have in these places. Obviously, it's just one of those ones you have to leave in the fire for a long time. And with a piece of rope, secures it to the top of a window so that if anyone opens the window, it's going to swing down from a light fitting and donk right in the face.
Brilliant. And Egbert, you have absolutely covered yourself in paint.
Yeah.
There's sort of a can hanging off a bit of your head.
It's the thought that counts.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just eyes blinking like completely.
So, just to be clear before we do this plan,
I'm not doing a trap because I'm
Yeah.
not convinced it's not possibly a Cthulhu-affiliated
that's fair.
monstrosity.
Are we
So
going to
I'm just
have
gonna hang back.
everyone in this room, or are we going to have someone outside watching the street and watching?
I'll watch the street. Oh, yeah.
You give me
Yeah.
okay, and then
Yeah.
because we're not quite where we want to be, like we're across the street
Yeah.
from where we think.
I'll
so-
patrol.
I'm really massive, so hiding is going to be a problem for me.
So maybe you should go down in the street as well with
Let's
prudence.
patrol.
Okay.
I'll go up behind the curtains and I'll keep an eye on the street.
Yeah, you're really good at hiding.
From the room.
I notice
Corazon
everyone's
with-
de-volunteering from being the sleeping bait.
Well, I thought we decided Dob was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
do it.
We'd all decided
okay.
dog. Remember we had that vote.
Did we? I must have forgotten, but I trust
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
I'll be the sleeping bait then.
Yeah.
As I guess I agreed to. I could. I'm pretty good at pretending to be asleep.
Good.
Check this out.
Don't wake up. We're in the middle of a thing.
That was merely illusions.
Oh, wow.
So everyone is hidden away. I climb into bed and lie on my back and go, well, time for a good 12 hours of genuine heavy
We'll tuck it out from throwing our money in the sea.
made such a big splash.
Okay, so quick recap. We know exactly where Dob is.
Yes.
You're under the bed now, right?
Yeah.
Corazon
Behind
is
the curtain next to the window.
behind the curtain next to the window, sort of like prancing pony looking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking into the street, but I have half an ear on the room, so I
Okay.
can tell what's
And then you're both on street patrol.
Yep.
I see them down there. Hello.
And I'm assuming Straight
Hey, up
Tide is
there.
in some form of crib at the end of the bed. Or
Yes.
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Okay, yeah. He's in the travel cot.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okie dokie. So, night falls, which is good, because if you were doing this mid-afternoon, it would be weird. As night falls and a sort of chill comes over Tanner's Folly, so too does a sense of quiet, and a mist starts to roll in from the ocean.
It's just you again.
This isn't on me.
Okay.
Don't
Just
look
like
at
Jay.
me. I'm not misting this.
Okay.
Everyone who's keeping a lookout, so that includes you, Corathon, you three, I would like you to make me a wisdom perception check. You know what? We're going to call this one a 20
Oh,
because
boy.
it's real misty. And I know you've all got your dark sight nonsense, except for Corazon, who's got a spyglass, but
All right. Come on.
I'm real sick. Oh.
15 plus 1 plus 18.
5
Right.
plus 5 is a 10.
okay.
1 plus -1.
Okie dokie. So,
What's your wisdom?
you don't
-1 modifier.
Everything looks real far away, guys. Doesn't it?
you don't see anything, Corathon. Neither do you, Prudence.
I've wandered off down the street, probably.
No, you see something, all right. It is a ginormous sea turtle that looks at you, waving two swords around. It's wearing sort of like a weird cowl across its face, and then it sort of just cartwheels down an alley.
Guys, I think I had a bit too much to drink today.
You are
Cowabunga,
100% convinced this thing is real,
Oh.
and that must be the thing.
Guys,
What?
I saw a sea turtle, a cartwheeling sea turtle. I think it's carrying people away.
What?
I'm gonna go and investigate. I'll see you guys later.
I mean, I didn't see anything, so I guess, yeah, let's...
He's just down this road. I'm sure he's not far. I'll just
Okay.
chase him until I find him again.
All right, good luck.
Probably headed to the pizzeria.
I can't
All right,
hear
be lucky.
anything. I'm in the room upstairs.
Check the sewers.
Will do.
Okay, perfect. So you storm off down an alleyway.
In search of a ninja turtle.
Yep.
Cool, I'm so glad we bought Egbert.
I mean,
Corazon, you see anything up there?
No, I was looking through the wrong end of the telescope.
Oh, what?
No,
Gay.
I don't see anything. It's all misty.
Oh, man.
I see a load of grey mist.
Yeah.
So, no, sorry.
Dob lies still, quietly confident that his friends won't let him down.
The two of you, I would like you to make me a wisdom perception check. And we're going to call this a 20.
Okay, 14 plus
your-
2 plus 4, 20.
Oh! All right.
Do I still
I'm
need
quite
to roll?
wise.
7 plus 1
Don't
is
rub
still
it in.
8.
Minus 1 humility.
Marilyn, you sort of you heard some sort of garbled whispering from Egbert about like chasing down a sea turtle. You think maybe you heard him give some form of war cry that was maybe somewhat
Cowabunga!
and you heard his footfalls kind of disappear. But you also hear a weird scrabbling noise. At first you're like, what is that? Is that a rat in the walls? But the more you listen for it, the more you're convinced there is something climbing the outside of this building and is heading up toward your window. You're like noise.
Corazon,
What?
I think there's something outside and it's climbing up the wall.
Outside the window.
Yeah.
All right. I open the window and look down.
Careful!
Well, I'm just sort of see what it is.
Just be really, really careful.
Do you want me to leave the
Have you
window
got, like,
closed?
have
How
you
am I
got,
supposed
like,
to
a-
know if there's...
Have you got like a little mirror so that you can like look round the corner
Yeah,
without sticking your head
I'm
out
going
and
to
getting
ask,
killed?
are you just thrusting your head out? Are you like having a wee peek?
Well, I
are you
can
going to
use-
try and like?
I can use my beard trimming mirror that I keep
Yeah,
with
use
me at
that,
all
use that.
times to keep my
And
beard
use
in
it to
check.
look round.
All right. I think you've been a bit paranoid, Marilyn, but that's fine. All right. I poke my mirror out the window
Okay.
to look down the building.
I'm actually going to call this a dex sleight of hand check.
Okay.
You are trying to be sort of like stealthy.
Without triggering Dobbs.
Yeah. Let's call this a 15.
It's 9 plus 7.
Good.
16.
Maths. Okay, so as you sort of look out, you sort of blink for a second because you swear that all you're seeing is a fish head. And then you realise as you stare into the mirror that that is what you're seeing. In fact, climbing the walls is one of these.
My God.
Sort of just digging its claws in and like and actually sort of if you bend the mirror around sort of you'll see there are others. There's another one climbing the building opposite and there are a couple in the street. Yeah, they're real grim.
Guys,
Yeah. What?
I know this is going to make me sound like a real Egbert, but I think
Go
there
on.
are fish people climbing the outside of the building. People in the room with me.
I mean,
You're not really asleep, Dom.
I'm gonna poke it.
I walk over to Dom and I shake him.
yes,
There's bloody fish people climbing the wall!
oh my god!
I hear someone yelling about fish people, and I look up, and incredibly, the fishmans are climbing the walls.
Yeah.
And I didn't see them; they got
my
right
God.
past me.
They did,
Well-
and yes, there is one climbing the wall there, and it's kind of paused. It's like, there's another one sort of at the base, sort of watching him go.
Okay.
And if you look on the other side of the room, there's another pair there.
All right.
Quickly to Egbert, the sea turtle sort of cartwheels around the corner, and you're trying to chase him down. Damn it!
Yeah.
So I need you to make me.
I got all turned around. I don't know where I am anymore. Egbert's now 5 miles away.
Please make me a strength athletics check of 10
Okay.
to try and catch this thing.
Strength athletics. Okay. Oh, I've got a 19
Oh.
here. My
Sweet.
strength modifier is +4.
Ooh,
Great.
smash that sea turtle.
You like close on it so fast, and indeed you do smash the sea turtle because you barrel into it and tackle it to the floor, and it explodes because it's a barrel. It's just, I mean, you're in Tanner's Folly, Egbert,
Oh,
and I'm very sorry about this, but it is full of wee.
Oh.
He's now got paint and wee on him.
And it's at that point you realise maybe you're not quite so confident that you did see a radical cartwheeling
It was
sea
not
turtle
totally
before.
tubular.
It was not.
Egbert's
no.
having quite the adventure.
So yeah, I think you probably sort of start traipsing back
Man.
toward where everyone else was.
Has the mist cleared a bit? Am I going to be able to find my way home?
Yeah, you can find your way back. It was a short pursuit.
Okay.
Because
Lost Egbert falls into the harbour. A strong current.
Dragons can't swim, unfortunately.
thank you for everything. Please leave the table.
His urine-soaked corpse watching it 7 days later.
Who are the mysterious fishmen? What do they want? And will Egbert ever stop smelling of urine? Discover the answers right now in episode 2 of A Fishmas Carol, streaming now over on Outside Xbox System.
I propose we all jump into the Cthulhu pit.
Jump into the pit!
And we'll either be digested over 1,000 years, or maybe it'll take us to Talos Valley.
You can't. I don't get Icor on it.
Long story short, something's taking people from their beds, probably killing them, not really sure.
Whoa.
You also hear a weird scrabbling noise. At first you're like, what is this, that rat in the walls? But the more you listen for it, the more you're convinced there is something climbing the outside of this building. We return to the street. The three of you know that there is a fishman climbing the walls. Prudence, you're in the street. There's a fishman climbing that building. There are 3 more around you. The alarm has not been raised yet, but the thing is paused, and it's like,
Say nothing, keep it down. We should keep it down.
We've got a trap on the window, right? We could wait.
We've got traps everywhere. I mean, as soon as the first fish person triggers it, the other fish people are probably going to be like, holy wow, traps.
And that's when we vault excitingly out of the window and engage them in combat.
Yeah. That's the point at which that happens.
Yes. All right. So
okay.
you want to bide your time until the
Yeah.
fish person.
Yeah, I feel
triggers.
like they're strong on the walls because they can climb walls and they're fish people.
Yeah.
But we're strong in here because we're strong and it's a room and we're people-ish.
Yeah, sure.
Great appraisal of the situation.
Yeah. But what about Prudence? She's down in the street and they're
I
out
yell
in
at the fish
street.
people. Yo, fish people.
Okay.
All right,
So ignore all that planning.
element of surprise.
No, because they don't no urine on it. I'm just, turning their attention on
I like
me.
it. Let's see what happens.
All
Do it.
right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Fishman. Fishman.
Speaking of urine,
the one climbing the
Egbert.
wall pauses and sort of looks
Down
over his
here.
shoulder.
Hey.
He lets go with sort of his left arm, so he's just sort of hanging there,
Yep.
like an insouciant member of Stomp. And the one who was watching him turns round and
Right.
sort of like drops into a crouch, and
Hey.
they just kind of stare at you.
You guys with I'm going to say Dagon, Cthulhu, who are you affiliated with? Because I'm just trying to feel you out here. Guys, is it you sentient? Do you speak?
Yeah, we're sentient.
Sweet. So, what's going on?
To answer your questions in order,
Yes.
we worship Blibdulpulp, the Sea Mother.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right.
So no, not really with Cthulhu.
Oh, okay.
This is all the hallmarks of Blipdle Poop.
Second,
Yeah.
this is a rite of vengeance. Don't get in the way.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm conventionally on board with vengeance. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Prudence has joined the fish people.
We've lost Egbert and Prudence.
Are you still looking out the window?
Yeah.
Okay, you're still talking to,
Yeah,
to
keeping
this,
him busy.
this guy, keeping
Yeah.
him busy. You do hear a little chitter behind you from the 2 other guys, and then you hear a scrabbling noise. Corathon, you see one of the fishermen emerge from a window carrying sort of a form over their shoulder, and they sort of scrabble up onto the roof and start like running away down back to the dock. So the 2 you're talking to, Prudence, they relax a little bit. They're like, they're still watching you. They're like,
Guys, they're getting away with someone over the rooftops.
Or something.
I'm pretty sure it's someone. But I mean,
What if they're a reverse Santa and they're taking presents in a sack?
it had sort of legs and a head. I could make out.
So we're working on the reverse Santa theory.
All right. Should we? What do we? Do we give chase? Do we want to wait and see if more come into the?
I think we need to try and help this person. They've been kidnapped by fish people.
Can you make that one fish guy fall asleep?
Yeah.
Yes, on.
Yeah.
Try and get that so that we can at least.
Why don't I just tip
find
the
a-
bed with Dob in it out the window, and then he'll knock into everyone on the way down.
Yeah, but the other ones run off. On
Yeah,
the
then we need to
rooftops.
get after him. We need to get out of this room and
Yeah,
across
he
the
can
rooftops.
do a long
Weirdly-
distance sleep.
Oh yeah. I could. I could try and cast sleep on the.
The one that's running away.
Yeah.
With
It'll
the form.
involve throwing open the window and possibly triggering my own trap. But I can. I'm willing. Okay.
Window's only open.
All right. I go to the window and I'm going to try and cast sleep on the fleeing fish person.
Okay.
As one vengeance lover to another. Maybe I could help you out here, guys. What's...
What is that? It looks like a sunset. It's a sunset?
Sunrise, sunset, something.
Look, when trying to and you said you want even from the down place, so it's kind of like it's coming. I can't believe you put that on the screen of the lid.
Well, right now we're streaming, honey.
Beat the kitty. And the movie played. It's groovy. I like how cute they start with a little cute picture of him sharing his popsicle. I like how they did that. Pete the kitty jumps out of bed. I cannot wait. Grumpy Toad and I have a groovy play date. Pete the kitty said. I like how cute his little body is so small, but his head is so big. Hey, Grumpy Toad, I'm ready to play. It's going to be an awesome day. Why is the road green? I'm guessing they didn't put a road.
If it's green, it's probably his yard, honey.
What?
It's probably his yard. If it's green.
Yeah, maybe he's walking from his backyard just so if he wants, so that way, because he might always have to walk. He always walks onto the road and he just has to go to the backyard. Pete wants to play with Grumpy Toad's cool blue truck. Zoom, zoom, vroom, all around the room. But Grumpy Toad starts to whine. That truck is mine, mine, mine. Pete the kitty says, don't worry, that's okay. I'll find something else to play. Pete finds some blocks. Let's build a city, Pete says. Pete the kitty says Pete the kitty. But Grumpy Toad starts to whine. Those blocks are mine, mine, mine. Pete the kitty says, no worries, that's okay. I'll find something else to play. It's just gonna keep on repeating every time about that. Okay. Pete sees a superhero kick far out. Have no fear. Super Kitty is here. I like how cute I want to make the voice. I want to make it more cuter every day. I like the old voice. Have no fear. Super Kitty is here. It's so cute for that. But Grumpy Toad starts to whine. No, that truck is mine. That tape is mine. Grumpy Toad has all the toys, and Pete has none. This playdate is just not fun. Pete is sad. Pete is blue. Pete, he thinks about what to do. Grumpy Toad, wouldn't it be better if we were playing together? Grumpy Toad says, my pile of toys has grown. found a box once, and he painted on it my toys. Bobby Toad shares his truck with Pete. You push me, and I'll push you. Zoom, 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 all around the room. Go like this. All around the room. Bobby Toad shares his blocks. Here are the blocks. Pete the kitty. For you and me to build a city. Not almost all the way rhymes. It kind of all the way rhymes. Sounds cool. Okay. Grumpy Toad shares his cape. Okay, time for superheroes to save the day. Have no fear. Wonder Toad and Super Kitty are here. It's so cute. Grumpy Toad shares all his toys with Pete. They play and play and play. What a groovy, awesome day. Thank you, Grumpy Toad, for sharing your cape, your truck, and your blocks. Wow, sharing rocks! And the last page. I like how Susan made Pete the Kitty left his cape. And then it goes around. But it's so cute. He's sleeping with his truck. I bet that's uncomfortable. I bet that's with his truck is uncomfortable. I bet that's uncomfortable. I bet Grumpy Toad is being uncomfortable right now.
Why do you think that?
Because he has the truck with him. And it's hard.
I never know.
And looks like the sun is flashing on half of the moon. Look how much the sun is half looking at.
Mm-hmm.
They live right next to each other.
So, what's your game?
Why do you want to know?
Because I love fish people.
Love
And
vengeance.
just, yeah, vengeance
Just big fan of
and
vengeance.
things that come from the ocean, tentacles, fish smells. It's all gravy.
The two best things.
Yeah.
They look at each other and they're kind of like, so a moment passes between them and they're like, one of them gives a call and you hear sort of some wet thudding footsteps, like slaps, coming from down the street and in the mist.
And I arrive and go, guys, I've got covered in piss again.
Not now, Egbert.
Actually, yeah, go on. That's when Egbert turns back up. And then you hear a different set of slapping footprints.
Oh man, it's busy street tonight.
And as you look, you see something very large looming out of the darkness. It's one of these, Prudence.
Oh, hell yeah.
God.
Wait, the left or the right?
This guy.
Oh, it's a tool.
It's a
person.
tool.
Tool.
And it sort of plods its way up towards you and sort of looks at you for a minute and its tentacles kind of twitch.
Hey.
And then it sort of like extends its claws and almost gives you a sort of weird bow.
Do a curtsy.
And you're like, okay,
yours?
now we're talking Eldritch Sea terms.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to try and sleep the Kuo-toa that is running away from you.
Yeah.
Okay, with a person. in their arms, or whatever it is.
With something. Okay.
Okay, so it's, as you surely know, you need to roll 5d8.
Aye, Dob, send it.
3, 8, 8, 8, 1.
28.
Great, okay, what do you sing? Or say, or...
I actually have something for this.
Yes.
I have a festive lullaby.
Sing it.
Alright, I sneak up to the window. Hey little fish man, do you know about Christmas? It's a wonderful time of the year. So go to sleep now, and when you wake it will be Christmas. Fish man, you've nothing to fear. But when you wake up, some things may have happened. Some stuff around here may be looted, or exploded, or overrun with animals, or burned to the ground. So sleep, little fish man, it soon will be Christmas. Sleep now and don't make a sound.
Everyone quietly applauds.
I mean, even if you hadn't rolled really well, I would have given you that. You hear some meaty, slimy thuds as the two fishermen who are running away with the form just go onto the road. So you've got a minute before they wake up. So,
Alright.
yes, they're asleep.
Okay, so I vault out the window, it's probably not that high, and avoiding my own trap.
Well...
One bound, I avoid.
I think we'll call that a dex acrobatics check.
Okay, cool.
We'll call it 10 because you did...
Okay,
You
sure.
put it there himself, so
you
he
did put it there
knows.
yourself.
I did, but yeah, I know it inside out. That's an 11 plus dexterity 5, and then I've got 2 ticks in acrobatics, so
Okay.
that's 16, 17, 18, right?
Absolutely fine. If, like, do you want to set it off and have the iron land on one of the fishmen?
Yes, please.
Okay, that just happens. Great. Prudence, you're sort of watching the chul as it kind of like, you've done your sort of necessary hellos to one another.
Very formal.
And then you both kind of go like, so sort of a gong and a meaty thud from the side.
Yeah.
And there's sort of one of the fishermen is sort of rubbing his head and looking up. And I think you both go like, I'll ignore that. Go back to the thing.
I'm
but-
just standing there staring at the tool going,
Good, yeah, that's fair. But you also see Dob kind of vault out the window onto ground level and take off running down the street.
I'm going to follow Dob
Okay.
and help him out.
Fine.
I'm going to remain in an Overwatch position.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I set the coffee maker in the room, just brewing, and help myself to a little pack of complimentary biscuits.
That's good. Yeah. They're more crackers with seaweed in them.
Cool,
But,
that
you know,
sounds nice.
pleasant enough.
I enjoy the unusual tang of these seaweed biscuits.
Good.
Oh, these are nice.
Good.
Have these more often.
The chul speaks to you in Infernal and says, "Do you speak Infernal?"
Of course, mate. Look at me. Look at the teeth thing.
Well, you know, it's nice to check sometimes,
Oh,
isn't
well,
it?
thank you.
That's all right. Compliments of the season to you.
And to you.
Oh, this is a bit unusual, isn't it? Because ordinarily, well, I mean, let's not split hairs here. We're doing a bit of kidnapping.
Sure, I can see.
Can't help but notice one of your mates just dropped an iron on one of my underlings here. Was sort of wondering if you could just sort of let us get on with it and get out of the way.
Well, see, normally I wouldn't be seen, you know,
Listen, mate, don't worry about it. I'm not exactly thrilled about working with fishmen either.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want?
Well, I mean, ideally justice and the return of what was taken from us. But since
Vengeance, I
no one,
hear you.
yeah,
Okay.
since no one in this town seems willing to cooperate,
Right.
we've taken matters into our own hands and are just sort of offsetting the loss by stealing a series of townspeople.
Okay, and murdering, I assume.
Well,
Excellent.
You got to. You've got to.
Listen, what we do with them in the
Yeah.
sanctity of our underground little temple
I hear you.
is our
Thank
business.
you. Yes, I fully agree.
Good. Where's the? Come on, there's a butt coming in there.
Yeah.
What's the wrong? What, we can maybe help them out.
Oh, here, listen.
Yeah.
I mentioned a little underground temple we've got.
Sure.
An artifact was taken from there. We have reason to believe that it was taken from this here. Well, somebody from this here township took it, and we've tried in our own way, mostly through sort of coded seaweed messages. I won't lie. We've tried to communicate that we want it back. The window passed, so we've started to take compensation. I mean, if you can find this artifact and bring it back for us, that'd be cracking.
Okay. I high-five the tool.
It's an absolutely enormous claw. Sorry.
Ah, that was great. No, don't
Titting,
apologise.
you know,
That
what
was
can you
brilliant.
do, mate? Yeah, you get the artifact back for us. We'll stop taking people until such time as they cross us again. How's that sound?
I'll think on it. Let me confer with my my confederates.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, I think they've just clobbered one of your fish mans. So, but he'll be. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know.
Just bear with me.
Yeah.
A minute.
Yeah.
I walk in the front door of the, the hotel. Climb the stairs.
Egbert, are you still in the street?
Yeah, I'm just going.
Yeah, you've just been there while these guys have just been like
It just sounded like horrible.
at each
Egbert,
other. And now
help me
the
wail on
tool,
this fish man, quick!
now the tool sort of like nestles down a bit in the street, waiting. Like
All right, hang tight, Chul.
he parks himself basically.
What was that one?
Egbert,
Yes.
come upstairs.
Okay.
All right, we come upstairs.
I'm
Boo
I'm
open the
enjoying
door.
Oh, hi guys.
Cora's
What's-
making coffee.
Would you like some coffee? There's still some.
Egbert's beating up a
Brilliant.
fish person.
Down in the street.
No,
there.
he's sprinted out the
We
window.
are out.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, were you
Yeah.
after Dog?
That's down the road.
He's now going down the road.
man.
He's slept
I tell you what, while you're waiting to call a conference,
All right.
you found 2 unconscious fish people and you are hitting them?
Whoa!
I mean, look, I don't know any better, right? I didn't hear any of that conversation.
No,
Prudence,
yeah.
what's going on with the fish people? Because Dog just sprinted
kicking
out the
the
window.
crap out.
I sprint down and I give the 2 fish people a forceful but not necessarily lethal shove out the way, and I try and get whoever's out the sack. Leave them, fish people!
They're asleep
They're
still.
still
They were
asleep.
asleep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing I did. Dob remembers all of a sudden. Dob runs and opens the bag and is like and looks inside.
She shrieks. You are half orc.
I pop my head in. I'm like, hi, don't worry. Hi. I'm a friendly wood elf. Hi, look at the ears.
Okay.
Oh,
Who are you? What do you want?
Are you okay? Who are you?
No!
We're rescuing you from the fishy folk.
Taking me where?
I don't know, wherever you want to go.
Somewhere safe?
Where do you want to go?
Home.
All right.
Well, home is probably not the best place right now because there's a lot of fish people in that direction as well. It's a shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Most fish are fine. I don't know what's going on with these ones. I'm usually quite good with fish, but I'm totally not clocking these ones at all.
Guys, it looks like Prudence and... Sorry, it looks like Dob and Merylwen...
What are they doing down there?
I don't know, they're doing something to the fish people.
We've got a limited period to parlay with the fish people.
Oh, we're parlaying with them? What's going on?
Well, there's a chul down there, the crab
Yeah, the
man.
crab guy.
You can
right,
see him,
right, I see
parked,
him.
right?
Yeah, with the crab hands. Yeah.
That thing talks.
Are we on good terms with these? I thought we were going to
No,
fight them.
well, no. I mean, they are murdering people, but, you know.
Oh, okay.
As much to be assumed. Let's get...
Dog!
Yeah.
Yep! Don't kill the fish people!
Cool.
We're going to talk to them! And
Nice.
get them... What do they want?
Get up here!
Get up here anyway! Just leave them alone!
I spring cat-like
I'm
up
gonna
to the window.
Run to the edge of town, or if there's an inn somewhere else, just go there for shelter and tell people to stay away from this end of town. Stay away from the docks, okay?
Get to the rusty callback, ask for Alfred. Tell him Dob sent you and that he's
Asleep in the hotel. He's
Well-
in there the whole time. He's still in the crib.
Well, when we get up to the room, we'll send Alfred there and they can meet up.
She's already gone. You look up, she is like hopping in a sack down the street just to get away from you.
Go
both.
well there, friend.
The 2 fish people who were asleep are starting to like. They started to wake up.
Cordon! What? The fish people are waking up.
Just ignore them, come back here!
Cool.
Sorry, guys. We'll explain later. Hope you're okay. Did you have a nice snooze? Bye.
We head back up to the hotel room, and now we're all in the hotel room.
Okay, because they are chasing you. So you exit pursued by a fish man.
I hope you don't all want coffee.
They only give you 2 of those little pods.
Yes, exactly.
Sort of stealing yourselves, you run past the chul and up into the hotel. The 2 fishmen chasing you kind of stop when they see him, and they're like, because they suspect they might be in trouble with the boss. But yeah, you now find yourselves in a fairly cramped room in a flop house. There aren't enough mugs for all of you. There's a decent amount of coffee, but you know you're gonna have to take it in turns. Yeah. That's not really the highest priority right now.
Well, it is for me.
Prudence, why are we not beating up those fish people? What gives?
I have an opportunity for you, and especially for me. They are murdering people, I suspect, but this much we knew. Right? Fish people, murder, kidnap. They're looking to avenge themselves on the people of Tanner's Folly for an artifact that has been thieved from them. That's why they're killing people. That's why they're kidnapping and killing people.
Let's go get the artifact.
Let's get it.
Then we don't have to fight any crab people.
No, because then we keep it and then we kill the crab people.
Oh, you still want to kill the crab?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Well, I
And we
think
get an
Bait and
artifact.
switch. I like it.
we should wake up Alfred because he knows the local area. He might have known of any local discoveries.
If you wake him up now, it's going to really disrupt his sleep pattern.
Yeah. Be nightmare. We want feeding at 4 a.m. Yeah. All sorts.
All right, we wait.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Quietly though, I propose we backstab the fish people.
Well, let's find out what this artifact is.
Okay.
It might be some seaweed or something that we don't even want. And then the townspeople will reward us for saving them. So we might get something better.
All right, I like
Either
it.
way.
We find the artifact, and then we decide who we're betraying.
Yes.
Cool. All right,
Before
talk to
that-
the crab man and find out what their artifact is.
Dob, can you clean the wee off me, please?
That is low priority right now. The whole town smells of...
I'm really uncomfortable.
The town smells of wee anyway.
I
I
can
thought it smelled stronger in here.
flavour it.
Can you just clean it, please?
You don't want it flavoured?
No, mainly just clean.
Flavoured though.
It's still wee,
Once it's
even
clean,
if it
it's
tastes
gone.
of vanilla cheesecake.
All right. If I'm just saying, if I
Sounds like you
flavour it,
chose
I
the
can always
flavour,
clean
yeah.
it later. If
Yeah.
I clean it, it's gone, and you have to weigh yourself if you want to be covered in urine again. All right, I
I'd
clean
rather
egg.
clean it.
I cast prestidigitation and clean egg bit of urine.
Thank you.
Ex urinus expulsio.
Perfect. I've just wet myself.
Oh no! Wrong spell. Egbert's bladder explodes inside him.
Look, Egbert's going to have some amount of urine on him for the rest of this adventure. I think we all have to come to terms with that. Let's just go and ask the crab man what it is they want and where we can find
Okay, I
it.
proceed downstairs while Egbert does his
All right,
thing.
I'm going to make a second pot of coffee because there wasn't enough to go around and I feel like a bad host.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Master Chewel.
Master. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Well, you're kind of speaking. So these guys aren't. I don't think they're normally able to speak Infernal, but I kind of feel like you're getting a helping hand from somebody somewhat paternal to sort of open a channel between the two.
Right. Okay.
Sort of looks up and goes, "Everything all right up there?
Yeah, really good, really good.
Smells like you're brewing piss."
Well, yeah.
And this is Tanner's Folly, mate.
What do you know about it, you crab?
Yeah, it's a paladin. You know what they're like. Smelly.
What did the green one just say to me?
What did the green one just say?
I just think it's pretty high and mighty of the kidnappers to start like accusing people of this nice town of smelling of urine.
He can't understand what he's saying.
Reflected Infernal.
It's just the impression I get.
There was
I
a certain
don't like his
tone.
body language.
All right, I
All right.
back off because there's a plan.
You're going to have to bear with me with these normies, right? So
Right.
we're going to go get your artifact
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and restore it to
Good.
its rightful owners,
Should hope so.
right? And then maybe you won't have to, kidnap and murder so many people. Save you some trouble.
All right, yeah.
And it's just the kind of thing these people do for some reason. They're, heroic. So
Fine.
part of the deal. So what can you tell us about this artifact? It's valuable, I expect.
It is an absolutely ginormous pearl.
Ooh, I mean, yes, good. And when did it go missing?
Well, let's see. This is our 7th raid, so 8 days ago.
8 days ago. And who did you witness who took it?
No.
Right,
We may have been having something of a party,
I see.
and security may have been lax.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, that's somewhat on you guys. Not to victim blame, but do you have any suspicions with regards to the thief?
Jamaican crab was playing the bongos.
I mean, to be honest, we suspect the town of Tanner's Folly.
Coming into your underwater temple.
Well, someone. But, you know...
Not a very human thing to do.
Well, I mean, some of them are quite daring. And it's humans, isn't it? Like, if it's one of them, it's all of them. So, not really interested in finding out who it is. Just interested in sort of catching and...
Killing.
appropriate dealing with
lethal.
killing
Terminal.
people until such time as they see fit to return the artifact to us.
Righto. Okay, let's find this. Back to common tongue. There's a giant pearl, and it's been stolen from an undersea temple.
Sorry, let me finish.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you think it tastes like urine, then maybe don't drink my coffee. Sorry, anyway, carry on, please. What were you saying?
Pearl, giant one.
Oh,
Been
cool. That's the
stolen.
artifact.
Let's get it back.
Right.
Very valuable, and then we'll see what's what, shall
Sweet.
we?
Do
Okay.
you have any clues?
Any
When
leads?
we start?
Well, it was stolen during a big party
A big party underwater.
under the sea,
Should we
Okay.
go under the sea?
down where it's.
Well,
better.
I mean, maybe someone in town has. I mean, a big pearl is the sort of thing that would attract attention, isn't it?
Yeah, we should
So-
ask around.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the rusty callback.
Let's start by waking up Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred might have heard something or seen something.
I angrily shake Alfred awake and scream in his face. Where's the pearl? Where's the pearl, Alfred?
Good morning to you too. I've got 2 PhDs. You're shaking me.
Pretty huge dents in your head. If you don't tell me where that pearl is.
Are those rusks?
Give
You'll
him
get
the
rusks when you tell us about the pearl.
Give him the
No, a pearl.
Give.
Pearl.
Give him half the rust
Give.
now and half later.
Give you half it now, and you get the other half when you tell me about the big pearl that everyone's been talking about.
So, what big pearl are you talking about?
All right, long story, bullet points. 1,
Well,
fish people.
Right.
2, kidnappings.
Okay.
They
3,
worship Bloopty Blop.
what they worship.
The sea mother.
Oh, the sea mother with
Yeah.
the dumb name, yeah.
Bloopty Blop.
Yeah, that's one.
4, they've lost a big pearl, and Tanner's Folly took it, and we need to find that pearl.
Oh yeah, you've got to do that.
Yeah. So you're a local. You're a academic.
Yep.
You hang around that tavern all the time, despite what we say, young man. But you must have heard something. A big pearl like that's bound to attract attention. Have you heard anything locally?
Yeah.
Like, I
So
just
you know
think,
where to
I
find
just
water.
think if I walk into the woods and just like push my hands into the moss and the foliage, I'll just know.
The professor has been staring at you the entire time with they're wearing a full-on face mask, so you can't say for sure it's a look of incredulity.
Then let's say it's not. Let's say it's a look of deep respect.
Bordering on admiration.
The professor starts to clap.
Well, the professor actually sort of mumbles something. It's like,
What's that? Corazon, you are so handsome. God, this professor's great.
the professor just throws a squirrel at your head. Yetta says...
2 points of damage.
Yetta says... Yeah.
It's only
go on.
fair.
Yeah, 2 points of damage. Yeah.
Whoa! I don't even get a saving throw against the squirrel.
Nah, squirrels, mate. It's just like, it's canon, it's in the books. You don't get a saving throw against an unconscious squirrel.
Looking back on when we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Baby, you're the one. Used to turn me on. The spell will make you whole again.
You're fine.
Thank you. I look over accusingly at Egbert, who falls over and breaks his leg.
Nah. Any road. So, yeah, the professor's mumbled, now thrown a squirrel at Corathon. You've sung a song fixing them up. Yetta goes like, that's weird.
Sorry, what's weird?
Oh,
What's weird?
the professor said, you remind them of someone they used to know. And then the professor sort of takes off their hazmat suit, the helmet anyway. Dob, what does your sister look like?
Well, like me, but better. And I haven't seen her in a long time, so I guess it's up to you.
Okay. I mean, she's certainly a half-orc.
Cool.
You notice she's picked up like a couple of scars on her cheek. Like she's
twinsies.
her hair's sort of long, like half tied up, half down.
Egbert bursts into tears at the heartwarming reunion.
Basically, you just see steam pouring out the tear ducts of a dragonborn paladin. It's all very emotional. Like Yetta steps out for a minute and possibly doesn't return for the rest of the session. Who knows?
Sis?
Stop.
Yeah.
She gives you like a massive hug. There's a big old embrace.
I never stopped looking.
I thought you were dead.
Well, I got better from the rabies. But what happened? You left for town that day? What happened?
I went looking for someone who could heal you, who could help. And I couldn't find anyone who was willing to come. And eventually I thought I'd just come back and maybe I could be there.
At the end? Oh my God.
And when I got there, you were gone. And I was too late. And I thought, So anyway, I've spent the rest of the time trying to find a cure for rabies, so no one else had to go through that. But like, you're fine?
Sis, take my blood. The clue may be within it.
All right.
Also, we hug for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's this big old long hug. And then this only feels right. You roll me the d6. Go on. 2 pints of blood. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. So then she's basically, you've all just been a bit like, like, just sort of like in a room, very much aware that it's a cramped cabin, and this is quite real. Sod it, Yetta made tea, so you're all there like, okay. And now there's like 2 half-orcs, and one of them's just got like 2 pints of blood. The other one's sort of eating a cookie.
Guys, I found my sister.
Sorry, I was napping. Why are there 2 dobs?
Oh.
Because everything's good.
Yeah, Dob's sister got 2 pints of his blood. We didn't really think this through. Sort of just got 2 pints of your blood now. No, I think I can do something with this. Yeah.
Whatever you need. You've been trying to cure rabies. I got better.
And that is probably
A plot hole?
I mean, maybe you need more blood than I.
No, it's cool.
no.
Professor, where did you get your medical credentials?
The professor thing's really more of a nickname.
Oh. You're just the smartest of your friendship group, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm really
Are they all
sarcastic.
quite thick?
Yeah.
Wears glasses.
I've been there. I've been that guy.
Okie dokie. Well, you know what? I'll just knock up some. I'm going to put this into some syringes, and they'll probably come in useful.
Cool.
Cool. So, you can tell she's still a bit rattled by the fact that
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's now just sort of just filling up a bunch of syringes with needles. So everyone gets a bandolier with a bunch of Dob's blood in syringes.
Guys, can I introduce my sister?
I wish you would.
Fireworks go on. It's a beautiful reunion.
This is my sister. This is Merylwen.
Hello.
Hi.
She's lovely. You'll get on really well with her.
Didn't catch her name. Didn't catch her name.
had to say it.
Suzette, Dob, it's Suzette.
Yeah, I know. I'm
just-
just remembering how it's spelled. This is Suzette.
Cool.
Yeah. And this is Corazon. You'll grow to like him, potentially.
Sure, yeah.
This is Prudence. You should do whatever you can to be on her good side. And this is Egbert. He is looking for atonement, and just humor him about that whole situation.
Suzette takes you aside.
You'll get there, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks. I know.
So Suzette's been handing out bandoliers, and so, oh, Dob, I'll help you with yours. Kind of like goes to buckle it, and sort of gets near and is like, "Are you sure you're better? You sure, like, because these guys are weird."
I mean, I've taken some knocks and scrapes along the way, and I'm not going to lie, occasionally, on a cold day, I feel the rabies in my bones.
All right, we'll work on that. Either way, I tell you what, we'll get to the bottom of this whole woods thing. Maybe we'll accidentally give some woodland creatures rabies, but we got some catching up to do. Just be wary of the pirate.
Be wary.
Just between you and me, I think he's taken a bit more than some knocks and bruises, if you catch my meaning. I think he's,
Okay, sis. I don't want us to fall out after we've just been reunited, but like I was alone for a long time, and now I'm not, and it's thanks to these guys, and I know that they have a lot of stuff going on, but I trust them. You can trust them too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We hug for 10 minutes.
God, it would be so funny if I tried to rob her right now.
Cool. Moving swiftly on. So now everyone has sort of bandoliers of blood, and you know that it's in the water supply. You might want to sort of go do something about that.
Let's go to the water supply.
Sis, you're coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Where, you know this wood, forest, where's the water supply?
She sort of just taps on the chalkboard. Lot of deaths. Lot of them.
Okay, what say we go for a hike until we end up in a river, and then get a boat of some kind and sail it upriver, canoe or kayak or what have you, until we find the source of that river.
We could just listen for running water, right? We could walk through the forest, listen for some running water. When we hear some running water, walk towards the running water. Run towards the running water, whatever we choose.
These plans are all great ways to get got by a Blair Witch. I'm just...
Corathon reappears without teeth. Yeah, well, whichever you prefer, really. You're the hired muscle. Sorry, brave adventurers.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll wander in the forest and listening out for running water. And if we come across a river, we'll go up it in a...
Canoe.
Coracle.
Kayak.
Coracle.
All right, raft.
Yeah.
Coracle de Baena. Fine. You head out into the woods, walking as a merry, merry band. I'm not going to make you roll to hear a river. You just hear a river eventually. It takes you a few hours. Everyone's a bit tired.
Bit cranky.
Have a little break for provisions and the odd 10-minute hug. And and then you come across a sort of it's quite a broad river actually, and it is just glowing green. There's a whole lot of bad nonsense in there.
Or it's St. Patrick's Day.
I checked the calendar. Is it St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it the day after St. Patrick?
Also, no.
Oh my God.
I'm out of theories, sis.
All right, let's go up the river to the mouth and source of it, where it comes from.
All right. How are you going to get there? Because there are a lot of boat names being thrown around there. I'm not going to lie.
You're a boat, dude.
Could we fashion a
Yeah,
boat?
I know all the boats.
All right.
Yeah, I know them all.
Make this one.
Coracle, I said that one.
Sloop?
Rowboat is one. That one that looks like a swan that's got pedals.
I vote that one.
I think we can probably we can fashion a pedalo
fashion
from
one of
things
those.
around us, can't we?
Yeah, fine.
Out of some driftwood.
You fashion a peddler. So, yeah, you invent pedalos. Pedalos now exist in the...
We're going to need more
You're
than
welcome,
one.
Jeff.
More fleet.
Yeah, how we can have a
Probably.
pedalo race without two pedalos at least?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
fair. Okay.
They're known as corazons from now on because I invented them. So we get into the corazons.
Okay. What do they all look like? What's on their heads? You've got one that's a swan.
It's like a swan, but with my face.
That's horrifying.
Oh, that's monstrous. I'm writing that down. You're going to fight that one day.
Did we make them out of haunted wood?
Anymore. I want to
A
get off.
swan with the face of...
Chorus Swan.
That's inspiration forever? Yeah, we'll call that one forever.
I now call him Chorus Swan forever as well.
Okay, great. So you're getting your chorus swans. God.
The other one's just got an arm with a fist with a squirrel at the front.
Yeah!
Remembering the Fallen.
Yeah, I'm into this. Yeah, brilliant. Okay,
Maybe
so-
Egbert and I should pedal. We've got stout.
Yeah, powerful thighs.
Yeah, so, okay,
Pair of us.
let's talk about this. Who's in what pedalos? And how many, corathons.
Oh, no.
How many people can a chorus swan hold?
Up to 3.
Up to 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 3 in a line.
Okay. So that's 2.
Yeah.
That's fine. So you're in 2 of them, and so like Egbert and Dob, are you in the same one?
No, separate.
No, we should be in separate ones so that we can both pedal, I think.
Okay, should we go Dob and... your sister's with us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Dob and Suzette and
we
Smerylwen.
can catch up on the chorus one.
Yeah, we can just go like this. Split it down the middle.
Okay, and then, yeah. Oh, yeah, that works. There we go.
We're in the one with your face.
Yeah.
You're not monsters. You're just in a monstrous boat. That's fine. Great. I only ask because, sorry, I'm getting quite warm. That's not why I asked. That was an aside. Basically, as you start paddling off, the churning of the water attracts something. And basically, like, the whole green foaming at the mouth sort of like really horrible wants to kill you thing. That, but crocodiles.
Rad.
Yeah. So I guess
I know a fact about crocodiles, team.
Yeah.
They have super, super strong muscles for snapping their jaws shut. Bear with me.
Yeah.
But extremely weak muscles for opening them. Hence, we need to jump on them, close their mouths, use ropes or something. We need to hold their mouths shut.
All right, we'll have fun. Let me know how.
How many crocodiles are there?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just working out what's a roll for pedal like hell, if you are indeed running. Let's call this strength athletics check.
Cool.
Everyone pedaling, make me a strength athletics check. I'm going to roll for some crocodiles just to see how well they're doing.
How are they pedaling?
I've got 8 plus 4 is 12.
19.
Okay.
Strength athletics, was it?
I'm riding high on the pun that I just made.
11.
11. Okay.
12.
15.
Okay, so you managed to maintain the distance between you and these horrible, monstrous crocodiles that are kind of like coming to try and eat.
Cool.
They're gaining on you. Like their snouts pretty much like bumping up against the back of the thing.
Can we lose some weight?
Yeah, Egbert weighs the most.
I have a plan.
But he also
Okay.
pedals
Yes.
the most.
I turn to face the rear of the boat, purse my lips really tight, and then fire dragon breath like a jet engine to launch us up the river at top speed.
The perfect plan.
Just roll me a d20 and don't screw it up.
18.
Yeah! It's like you were born to do this. Like, we're talking, you're taking corners in the river and just sort of like doing the boat equivalent of going on 2 wheels in a car. I will remind you, we literally called an NPC jet lag. But yeah, no, you're absolutely steaming upriver. The crocodiles, yeah, they're not even bothered.
Well, if they get close, they're going to get a little bit
boat
toasted
anymore.
as well.
Yeah, one of them definitely has a burnt snout. I tell you what, one of them takes such a burning on the snout. They're like, so this. And like, blah, 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 they just go into the water. The other one is like, easy affair. Going to start coming after you. All right. So, if there's anything absolutely audacious that you want to try, let's get on it. No pressure.
This feels like a Thunderwave situation to me. No, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
The cube's not around me. It's the somewhere else.
No, the cube's not round at all.
Inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah.
Thanks, mate.
All right.
I'll be sure to give myself as many dice as I want to roll forever.
Suzette, take the wheel. I'm going to show you something I learned along the way. And then, so Suzette is pedaling now, so that we maintain speed. And then I hop up on the back with my legs making a firm rock and roll V stance. Yeah, and I raise my powerful orcish mitt to the heavens and then swing it down on my lute and cast Thunderwave on the 3 crocodiles that are chasing us. Like this.
That exact noise.
Yeah.
There's a brief pause in the pedaling as your sister's like, like, okay, yeah.
Not quite my tempo. Sure.
Remind me about Thunderwave. It's actually been a while since you've cast Thunderwave.
I know. Creatures within the radius make a Constitution saving throw. Pushed back 10 feet on fail, push on success. And I think I've got in my head that it's 3d8s, but I may have misremembered.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Sweet.
Sorry, I made that sound really boring. Like, yeah. Yeah, you do need to do your self-assessment tax return, yeah. Wasn't sure that one was going to land, actually. I keep forgetting we're on another continent. Right, yes, good. Constitution saving throw. Let's, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, good luck, crocodiles. You're about to get electricked.
Yeah, it's really not gone well for 2 of them. Are you familiar with the popular travelling troupe, Shout It Blend? Because
Yes.
I think you need to roll some damage on these.
All right. Can I borrow a couple of d8s from...
Absolutely, please do. I don't have one.
Right, I've got
You know what? I could just roll one
Oh, there
3
we-
times.
this one,
That would work.
this one, tiny one.
This is the smallest... These, like, scale down with you.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim weapons.
Yeah, if you hand it to me, it's actually that.
Yeah. Okie dokie. We got a 6 and a 4 and a 5.
Yeah. So how exactly do 2 of the crocodiles die?
All right, well, you know, have you ever watched popcorn go in slow motion?
No, but I can imagine it.
Well, it's not in slow motion.
So popcorn is what you're saying.
But it's that kind of thing. And they make the kind, it produces the kind of charred, delicious smell that I reckon any nearby crocodiles would absolutely go for. But what do I know?
How surprisingly accurate. So basically, yeah, these 2 massive, like, cauliflower-looking pieces of former crocodiles. Basically like, oh, I was going to say croc porn. That's not what I mean. Popcorn crocodile. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think I just lost inspiration. They just go like, on top of the water, and yeah, the one remaining crocodile gets absolutely stuck in, and from like the trees around you, just like it's just a swarm of squirrels are like, ah! So now it's just like basically it's a roiling mass of just nonsense really behind you as you presumably continue to pedal like the wind.
Chow down, croc. Pedal, Sue. Let's go. All right, and then we're back on the pedals, and now we're all pedaling.
Okay.
Pedal, pedal, pedal.
Nature is beautiful.
Okay.
It sure was.
Okie dokie. So you pedal upriver, and there are a few times when you've got like two different tributaries kind of like coming into the flow. It's very easy to see which path you should be taking. It's glowing green, but you do manage to make it all the way. Corathon, you're hoping it's just the berries wearing off, but like after the whole like popcorn crocodile thing,
I hope the berries never wear off.
you're pretty hungry. Like you're just like you're looking for a little You're just hungry. That's just information. That's just background.
Okay.
World building.
Cool. Luckily, I've got pockets full of berries.
And eventually, you make it up to basically just like a big pool, which is fed into by just like one little stream. This is seemingly sort of where it starts. It's a pool of like it's horrible miasma of green like goo, and like there's sort of like a haze floating atop the water, and the stream from whence this mighty river starts just disappears up into a little cave.
Prudence, Eldritch Blast the stream.
Don't you want to check out the cave?
Oh, fine.
Into the cave.
We investigate the cave
Okie
carefully.
dokie. Ah, my least favourite word. Fine. Sorry, just changing books. Great. Do you want to check for traps then? I guess at the entrance.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean by
Sure.
carefully.
Wisdom perception check, please, for anyone who's feeling like antsy. Corathon, I'm just going to say that you're still so high that you're like, traps? Sure, I could eat. Like,
I could eat traps.
Where are we going after this, guys? I'm up for whatever.
Can Sue roll as well? Can Sue
yeah.
Sweet. I'll roll for
So
her.
I've definitely rolled her character sheet.
I rolled
I
11
rolled a 10,
minus 1.
but my sister rolled a 4.
Your sister's dead weight, Dob.
I got.
Gotta cut her loose.
Don't listen.
Who rolled the highest?
I got 13.
13,
17.
17.
I got an 11, but minus 1 because I'm dense.
Egg butt wisdom tax.
Yeah,
My favourite
exactly.
recurring punchline. Okay, to be honest, it's not that hard to spot. You're like...
That's good.
Aw. Even Suzette sees it, actually. Suzette's the one to call it. She's like,
Hooray.
what's that? That looks weird.
I take it all back.
That's
amazing.
It is like the thickest tripwire you've ever seen in your life. This thing is like a cable like the width of my arm. And it's rigged up to just like a sack of rocks. Just like on the ceiling. Like, Egbert, you've rigged up your odd, like the occasional infernal contraption in your time. Prudence, like that's your whole deal. Yeah, this like whoever set this trap up.
Guys, you see this basic trap here?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I disarm it with Mage Hand Leisure Demand from a distance?
Yeah, cool. Fine. Some rocks just like fall onto the floor.
Cool.
You feel really good about it.
You're welcome, guys. Fine.
Well done.
Just use a magic hand to disarm a trap.
That was cool.
I'm just amazed you can stand up at the moment. I'm real impressed, buddy. Keep it up.
Yes, Corathon, a magic hand.
And I've got magic ears and a magic face.
Either way, you are now cognizant of the fact that this is an occupied cave of weird goo.
Cool.
How are you going to proceed into the cave, assuming indeed you are?
Prudence, Eldritch Blast the cave.
I mean, I could.
Well,
There's one vote.
I vote we sneak in, sneaky stuff.
Oh yeah, you're stealthy, isn't that? That's a thing that you do. How stealthy are you? He is high, but also how.
Oh yeah, like we're not going to send the incredibly high pirate sneaking in first.
He's very suggestible at the moment, so let's send him in.
Yeah.
This is going to blow his mind.
Corazon.
He'll be forever changed by what he said.
Corazon.
What, it was breakfast?
Stealth, go. No, stealth, then
Stealth.
breakfast.
Right, I
Breakfast
stealth
is there.
furiously into the cave.
Okay.
I imagine it's like a crab walk. Like.
This is a dexterity stealth check. We're going to call this a 15.
It's a 4.
Coruscant.
Plus.
Oh, sorry.
Plus. Not enough to beat a 50.
Okay. So yeah, Coruscant, like you do furiously stealth up the path. Basically, everyone else sees the pirates sort of get low, sort of like running their fingertips over the ground. It's like, here I come.
Are you
I'm
loudly
gonna
singing
be
your own
the
self tune?
stealthiest
Yeah.
pirate. I'm so
Stealth, stealthing into the cave. What will I find when I get in the cave? Will it be monsters or will it be friends? Gonna find out when I get into the cave.
And then, like, fall asleep.
As you reach the crescendo of that little ditty, you sort of like throw your arms into the air, and then you look out because the path has actually led to a little bit of like a ledge, and in front of you there is like it's like there's the stream basically, and then you see just a bunch of like.
What can you see, Corazon?
You see like a bunch of like little small humanoid like lizardy creatures with little horns, and they got teeth poking out. They're kobolds. You probably know what a kobold is.
Yeah, sure.
Big props to the guy who was like, yeah, I know. That was awesome. Like, yeah, kobold.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page.
Your basic kobold.
There's like a dozen kobolds here, and they are expert on kobolds. And like I say, I mean, you are sobering up pretty quickly now, actually.
Yeah.
But this to you looks like they're running some form of weird kobold still operation, basically making like the lawful evil. Well, this is distinctly illegal. It's an illegal still. Forget I said that. Basically, they're making the kobold equivalent of moonshine.
Right.
And they've got this big weird still that's been cobbled together.
Kobold.
And they're like filling up these bottles with booze and sort of putting them in little crates. But there's like a runoff that's just running like sludge from the process straight into the water supply.
So it's like moonshine with a rabies back, like chaser or something like.
Yeah.
It's toxic runoff, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
The real enemy was pollution.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, the carbon footprint of us getting here was quite significant, actually, wasn't it?
Imagine if we could defeat pollution with the ease that we defeat most bosses.
By talking to them. By talking to them is absolutely correct. But anyway, I mean, obviously the kobolds know you're there now.
Oh, no.
You're like, stealthiest pirate in the world! The kobolds are just like, they're not thrilled.
I feel like this is like a pretty defensible position. We've got a cave which is a choke point, and there's a ledge. So I think we should stick up here and be like, come and get it, you dumb kobolds.
Hang on.
I shout that. Because really, I mean, they already know we're here.
It's done.
Hang on.
What?
I mean,
What?
so hang on, let's rewind a little bit. You are now, you're sobering up quite quickly because you're cognizant of the fact that you have snuck up here alone. Snuck up here. Snuck. You snuck up here and basically just alerted the entire room to your presence. I'm guessing it seems fair to me that you heard him shrieking his lungs out, so you've come padding up behind. Okay, fine. Just needed to get my bearings.
Hang on. Remind me of the geography of the situation. So we're in the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you know how we are on a stage right now?
Yeah.
We're
Like you're on a little stage, but the path is behind you, and then there's just a big old, like, sort of oval-shaped room with a still. I don't have to. It's a fantasy game. We don't have to conform to the
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's a rectangular cave with lots of emergency exits.
Okay, so they've all heard this.
Wait, hang on.
Okay. So you, right, I'm gonna stall for time. Where's the nearest kobold?
Down there in the rectangular room.
Yeah.
It's probably about like there.
Okay.
Like the one in the hat. It's a kobold in a hat.
Right.
You're gonna stall for time.
Yeah. Still, Inspector. I need to talk to your supervisor. Frankly, we've had some complaints.
I've just got to check over, make sure there's not any toxic runoff or anything. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? So if you could direct me to the kobold in charge, we can get this all straightened out, and I can be on my way. You can get back to doing whatever it is you're doing here. That's none of my business.
We're going to call that a charisma persuasion check.
It would be really useful if we still had the clipboard.
Against my better judgment, this is a 10 because kobolds be dumb. Roll it. Merylwen, what was your plan? You were going to say something.
What is the moonshine situation like? Is it all in one place?
So you've got like a big still at the back, and then you've got...
We don't need another intoxicated person if you're going to go raid the moonshine supply.
Listen, if the wood elf wants to get...
Exactly.
Sorry.
I wonder if Merylwen's considering the flammable properties.
There's other properties. So it's in a...
Still there. Big still-like.
Okay.
And then you've got kind of stacked up against that wall, you've got a series of crates with bottles of moonshine in there.
Right.
And in that corner, there's like a few kobolds who have clearly clocked off shift and they're just hammered.
Yeah.
Proper, waking up, sleeping on each other's chest kind of drunk.
Okay. Well, I'm going to point towards the big vat that they've got and destroy water.
Okay. Yes. We're going to resolve this first, and then we're gonna do that.
23.
So you know when a cat's pissed off and it flattens its ears, like its horns, and it's sort of like its shoulders go up and it's instantly like, and it just turns to the other ones and it's like, sort of like chitters. It's like, and the other's like, and they sort of one of them gets they beckon you down basically into the room.
Yeah.
Do you go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do.
Corazon.
Got to give a piece of my mind to someone about this.
So Corazon now has the bearing
operation.
of a fully paid up illegal still inspector. Bless kobolds. They're just not very bright. Merylwen, talk to me about destroy water.
I can basically destroy a 30-foot kind of cube of water.
You
I can just erase it from existence.
You're just taking all their booze.
Yeah.
Well, the alcohol will remain.
It'll only
right?
remove the water, right? So you'll end
Yeah.
up with like a
Just be very, very strong and
It'll be
probably
very
quite flammable. I'd say.
concentrated and quite
Maybe susceptible to an eldritch blast.
That is such a good idea that I don't even care that you're metagaming like hell. Oh, delicious. Fine. Yeah, roll it. Do you need to roll it?
10 plus spell. So 30.
Yeah. Do you even need to roll for this? That's on it. Yeah, all the moonshine is now super concentrate moonshine. It's like the 5-hour energy of really bad booze. Honestly, if you drink this, it will make your grandparents blind. It's probably very flammable.
Did the kobolds notice that happened? Or are they also afraid of Corazon the inspector?
How is your inspection going, Corazon? What do you say next?
I just want to know what the hell you guys think you're doing up here. I've never seen such a shoddy illegal moonshine operation in all my 30 years as an illegal moonshine. So give me that. Don't give me that face. Have I noticed what they're doing with the destroying water stuff?
Have you given anyone any indication?
I've basically gone.
She's destroyed the water, guys. She's destroyed a cube of it.
All right.
Got it.
She's destroyed the water, leaving a concentrated...
All right.
One of the kobolds, by the way, who's sort of still just having a nice time after clocking off work, just basically has a swig and then just vomits eternally. Projectile, just without even moving, they're swig. So that's just happening now. They're just none of the kobolds really seen that surprise. They're so the jig's not up yet.
Okay, you wait here.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the cart
and get some papers here, because we're going to go through some stuff. I've got to have a real word with you guys. Anyway, I'm going to go now, but you stay here next to the moonshine, directly next to it. Stand like around it, maybe in a ring. And, oh, man, you are in a world of trouble. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, I will be right back. Just wait right here. And then I run out of the cave.
Give me another charisma persuasion check. Just don't screw it up.
That's another 23.
Okay. So despite the fact the still inspector has, to be clear, sprinted from the room, the kobolds, like the ones who were filling up the stuff, they're like, they've turned off the taps, they put down what they're doing, and they all gather round, and they're all like, can you believe this guy? Like, they're doing a real good pantomime of how much of a jerk they think this dude is. Even the one who's vomiting is like, ooh. And he can't see. Neither can his parents. And neither can his parents' parents. Just. And it's such a shame, like, they only just bought that farm. Oh, Grandma and Grandpa Kobold, they're out on the porch having iced tea, and so like, this puts a dampener on things. Nice one. You. But yeah.
They don't count as animals.
Yeah. This seems volatile. So basically, I guess you've all sort of like come up behind the pirate to see whether he's still high as a kite. He doesn't seem to be. He's just sprinted past you. Merylwen has sort of clued you in.
Right.
Might I suggest that something from this end of the table would be appropriate at this particular juncture?
Can I forearm a bomb into the still?
I don't know, can you? I don't know.
Can you, though?
Your track record in this regard is not exactly 100%.
Prudence, what's your inclination in this particular instance?
Well, I kind of want to see what happens with the bomb.
Yeah. We
I
all
retreat
kind of
to,
want to see what happens.
A safe distance.
Okay.
Behind some rocks.
Fine. Good.
Is this an open top still? I mean, can I really, like, can I properly dunk it in there?
It's probably gonna be.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah.
Can you dunk it?
I'm going to go and do a massive dunk.
Windmill
One of those
dunk.
blackboard shattering, like, massive slam dunk.
Yeah.
A bomb into...
Yeah.
I'm resistant to fire, I'll be fine.
You're going for the windmill dunk.
Imagine that. Imagine that on Egbert's tombstone.
Okie dokie then.
Have you heard the tale of NBA Jam? He's on fire. He's about to be on fire.
You can have, you can do strength athletics for this.
Thanks.
I've
got some strength.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you. You already had inspiration, right? Did you?
I did, yes.
Use it. Use it if you want. Let's just see. God, I'm not even gonna set you.
Oh wait.
Just.
Can I cast Bardic Inspiration on this one?
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Egbert, you got this. It's gonna be explosive and rad.
Thanks. I feel inspired.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka indeed. All right, I'm going to roll it. What do I need to beat?
What do you need to beat? Again, I'm just inclined to say don't screw it up. If you roll incredibly, like, it's going to blow up anyway. Sod it. Let's call it a 10.
10?
Be a 10.
All right. I've got +4 strength. And that is a 19 +4 for a 23.
Okay, please describe your sick dunk.
Getting my casket up. This is going to be amazing.
I do that one in NBA Jam that was the most ludicrous, where he rotates, like, I do a couple of somersaults in midair, lighting the bomb on my fiery breath as I go, and then I slam it with both hands down into the still. And
the backboard shatters.
Yeah, the backboard.
Somehow.
There's a glass backboard to this still for some reason, and it
We've all
explodes.
seen a still, Mike.
Yeah.
From downtown.
Die.
Yeah. And then I go and fist bump all my friends.
I mean, to be honest, some of the kobolds are like, yeah!
I fist bump this kobold.
All right! And then actually, Sonnet, they start impersonating you, and they're like, "Rrr," and like through your little telescope, you're like, I think that's meant to be flattering, and I have a sudden suspicion that they were making fun of me before.
Oh my god.
How long's the fuse on this thing?
Well, I lit it quite close because I knew it needed to go off. So I've got a bit of rope, but I won't. I've given it a second or so.
A second.
Just enough time to turn around.
I love that you had the
kobolds.
choice there to say how long the fuse was, and a second was what you said.
You sure did, Mike. You sure did. Okay.
I don't want to give him time to run away, so...
That's fair. You haven't given them time to run away. And by them, I mean everyone. So I'm going to ask for, well, let's call this strength athletics saving throw.
For everyone?
For everyone.
I mean, I was running a while ago.
You're fine. You're fine. So, yeah. Jesus. So, yeah, strength...
11.
Strength saving throw. 11.
No, 12.
Great.
Strength athletics.
Strength.
9.
I'm fireproof. I'm fireproof.
Yep.
I hurl myself bodily in front of these guys. Why am I doing that?
But.
Oh my God!
No.
Thank you. They have nice stuff and I don't want it to burn.
Ah, yes. A true altruist. Okay, so you're going to block them with your fireproofy goodness.
Yeah.
I say goodness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, badness.
Yeah.
And we're
Fireproofy
not in
badness.
combat yet, so I can sort of shove Suzette behind me, so...
Yeah. Don't worry.
Cool.
I'm not definitely not going to kill her now. I'd never say never, but that would be a bit much.
I found some weird looking mushrooms.
Corazon has found some really, really good mushrooms on the side of this
I reckon
cave.
they'll be good fried. I'd hang on a second.
No, too late.
Everyone just has enough time to see how pleased I look with myself.
Because you're walking away from the explosion.
Yeah.
The entire room explodes. Who really cocked up their saving throw? Oh yeah, no, but you're kind of like me. So we're half the damage.
Fire break.
Do I need to do one as well, or am I just like fireproof?
You're
It's all
fireproof.
cool.
Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Quite.
They certainly don't make saving throws.
No,
on
exactly.
them. No,
Quite.
no. Fine. We will halve the. Oh dear. We'll halve the damage. I did roll quite high on both those d10s. So anyone who's not fireproof and not Corazon, it's going to be a spicy 8 points of damage.
All right, bring it.
Cool. Sort of, as you sort of stand there, like taking all this damage, you feel sort of like a hand just like pat you on the back and be like, "It's cool, don't worry, brother. It's all right." Like,
Dob has no eyebrows now.
it's true. Dob now no longer has eyebrows.
Canonically.
Okay, so Egbert and Prudence and Corathon have eyebrows. You no longer have eyebrows. Yeah.
That's where we stand on who has eyebrows.
Yeah.
We'll update
In case
you if
you're
it
wondering if you
changes.
turn into a cat or a bear, no, they will not have eyebrows. They will be furry everywhere else. They'll just have two little fleshy caterpillars. And you know what? It's that you're going to look permanently surprised. Oh?
It's canon.
I get some. I get some of the dust from the debris, and I just go.
I cast minor illusion to make it look like Dob has eyebrows.
Weirdly kind of you.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
How are the kobolds?
Yeah.
I mean,
They all good?
You certainly can't see any.
But I can kind of taste them. just on the air.
There is, yes. There is a fine, delicious mist in the cave. Prudence, you're having a whale of a time. Yeah. No. Prudence has just gone like full on, yeah. So that's happening.
Yeah, all right.
In fact, as sort of the dust settles, like one half of a kobold kind of just goes with a wet thump, just lands in front of all of you. And then Suzette jumps out from behind Dob and with a syringe of his blood goes, "Ha!" and just really injects the kobold.
I've missed you so much, sis.
I missed you too.
Should we also be injecting the kobold?
No, it's really dead.
Okay.
She's
All right.
thorough.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Really dead.
Cool.
So, let's see. The stills certainly won't be putting out any more gunk. Definitely, given the amount of stuff that's now in the water, you reckon problems in the wood are going to get a bit worse before they get better.
Oh.
But they are going to get better.
Yay.
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 You just maybe want to take a real circuitous route. Like, just go north of the river and skirt round into a bit where there are no murderous animals.
They'll all be drunk though as well.
On kobold blood, yes.
Yeah.
And they're all blind now. You've turned an entire forest blind. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe now that they're blind,
that works.
They can truly see. No? I'm just trying to find the upsides. No? No, I'm getting a lot of no. Okay.
That's a no, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm going to leave.
Forever. This adventuring group.
I'm going to leave a hidden druidic message.
Okay.
Because this is regarding animals and my fellow druids might want to know about it.
I don't think we should tell the druids.
No.
Meryl,
won't hear this.
don't sign it.
No. I just say.
What's druidic for
Mock
slam dunk?
a crime scene, make it look like it was Alfred Strangetide.
Say
It's framing. Let's do it, guys.
no. I'm going to say
Oh, fine.
we found that there was an explosion here. through
It's flawless.
through a thorough investigation, we found it to be a faulty moonshine production, and they blew themselves up. But
Can
just
happen.
don't drink the water.
Can happen.
Tragic accident, really.
Yeah, I think could have been done.
I flipped the days till the last accident thing back to 0.
Just to sell it. Yeah. Thanks, Egg.
So, as our brave adventurers leave the cave,
We're heroes.
they start to walk off shoulder to shoulder as they're silhouetted against what looks like a sunset, but is, to be clear, just a blood mist. You see two figures of like a similar sort of body shape, and one of them just sort of gently hooks a hand into the other. And that's how you made an entire forest blind. And that'll about do it, I think. Who wants to go?
Sis.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. We had an amazing
Hold
time.
the phone.
Whoa, what's going on?
Does Dob have a song for this occasion?
Yeah, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you reckon? Should we let Dob sing? No? Anyone? I guess.
I'm a bit relieved that wasn't just a no. Well, oh man, can't believe.
Hit it.
All right. I learned this in a magical forest from a magic frog. It's not that easy being green. Having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think it might be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that. missed you, sis. But green's the color of spring. And green can be cool and friendly like. I'm maintaining eye contact, both.
I know.
And green can be big like an ocean. Or important like a mountain. Or tall like a tree. Hey now, hear what I say now. Happiness is just around the corner. Hey now, hear what I say now. We'll be there for you. The Venga bus is coming, and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, and into city disco. The wheels of steel are turning.
Well, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
This show. It's been amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Thank you.
Did you look at the sky tonight, sweet girl? And what did you...
Not so long ago, we examined Pokemon with nightmare-fueling backstories.
And so we turn to Palossand's moon dex entry, which informs us that buried beneath the castle are masses of dried up bones from those whose vitality it's drained, as illustrated by this charming artist's impression of it murdering a Pikachu. Not being funny or anything, but does someone want to go over and check on the Pokemon team? You know, just make sure they're all alright, getting enough fresh air?
But then two things happened. First, we finally stopped screaming, and second, we realised that those weren't the only Pokemon with spine-chilling secrets, and that there are plenty more seemingly adorable beasties out there whose creepy backstories would turn your stomach, quite literally in some cases. Whether they're harvesting souls or just setting fire to a child's house, here are even more Pokemon that are secretly terrifying. Sorry.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's
Gorbis!
Really? Any oceanographer will tell you that the sea is full of horrors and that oceanography is the devil's work. Pokemon reflects this, of course. Consider the toothsome Sharpedo or the sinister Tentacruel, for example, which both sound as horrible as they are. So what would you imagine that this ocean-dwelling Pokemon is called?
Sweetie fish? Elegant?
Try Gorbis! This slender rose-coloured fish Pokemon looks like it would be mostly found classing up a tropical aquarium or charming the heck out of Pokemon trainers in the wild, with its long eyelashes and hypnotic waving tail. But don't get too close, because according to Gorbis's Pokemon Sapphire Pokedex entry, although Gorbis is the very picture of elegance and beauty while swimming, it is also cruel. When it spots prey, this Pokemon inserts its thin mouth into the prey's body and drains the prey of its body fluids. And here you were thinking there probably aren't any Pokemon that will stab you with their mouth and drink your insides. You sweet summer child. While you try to shake the image of Gorbis's pointed mouth sliding into your abdomen to drain the liquids that keep you alive, you might like to know that Pokemon Ultra Moon's Pokedex adds the detail that leftover meat sinks to the seafloor where it becomes food for other Pokemon. So, circle of life? Oh, and finally, Gorbis may look small, but is canonically just shy of 2 meters long, so when that mouth punctures you, you're really gonna know.
Oh, well, I suppose that's different treatment. I suppose I should enjoy it, really.
What are you doing in the stocks, friend? You're with friends now.
Oh, that's a real
U-turn. I'm hugely capricious.
That's nice. You might not want to be my friend. I'm sort of waiting for my sentencing tomorrow when, frankly, I fully expect to be sentenced to death and killed on the spot.
What did you do?
Nothing, actually. I know.
That's what they all say, though. What did you really do?
What are you accused of?
Well, listen, they said I stole a prize gem. You must have heard of Hawthorne and Booker. They're they're jewellers. Now you think of it, you've passed several branches of Hawthorne and Booker selling fine jewellery for all sorts of people. You even stopped and looked in the window and you had to drag Corathon away because his fingers were getting too itchy.
Yeah.
Fine jewellery, fine stuff. Because you've heard of them.
Yeah. I saw one on the way over. Yeah. So what? You got a gem? You got a gem? Where's the gem?
No, I don't have a gem.
All he hears is gem.
Seriously, you're just saying gem.
What's that talking gem?
Everything else is just white noise. The man in the stocks looks like a big talking gem.
All right, talking gem. What's going on?
I didn't take it. It's. Listen, Hawthorne and Booker. There's only Hawthorne left. A man named Giles. He founded Hawthorne and Booker, and now it's just him. Booker's long dead, and I'm in love with his daughter. All right.
Okay.
It's fine by me.
She's called Amelia. She's my sweetheart. I was going to propose, and frankly, I think her father caught wind. Because suddenly I'm being dragged from my bed, and I'm accused of stealing a very fine gem. It's called the Emerald Tear. It's what made him his initial fortune.
Oh my God.
And did you take it?
No. I've been
You can be
framed,
honest with
but
us.
there are people, they've testified against me. The head of the city guard, for crying out loud. He said I was in a tavern, drunk as a lord, spending like a sailor, and talking about my sudden windfall and how I was a wealthy man now, man of the world.
I can't believe these people are standing in the way of love. Wait, she does love you, right?
Yes. I mean, I hope so.
Where is she right now? I mean, should she not be hanging out here? Maybe catching eggs?
She's disavowed me. She believes what her father said.
I can't believe these people are standing in the way of me owning the Emerald Tear. God, I've never wanted to own anything so much. And friend, this injustice won't stand. We're the OXventurers Guild. You may have heard of us. You may have heard of me. Corazon de Baena. Did all that cool stuff. Read the pamphlets.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Does that mean you're going to help me?
Yes, for free.
But no, just...
Oh my God.
Oh, thank goodness.
For love. I mean, not for love in return. I mean,
I really do love Amelia. I do. But she does love me.
Okay.
It's not like a...
What if we stole you the gem and gave it to you?
What
if we stole the gem and gave...
Stop talking.
And gave...
Stop talking.
And she'd never... If I suddenly turned up with the gem and I'd escaped, she'd never go with me. She believes them. I need you to prove me innocent. I don't care about the gem or
What he
money.
needs is someone else to steal the gem.
Right.
So
how are we going to...
Do you know how we can prove it's not you? We could just leave you in the stocks.
And the gem could be stolen.
Return the gem, and there's no way you could possibly have returned it. And then also, Dob doesn't have to carry anyone around in a papoose.
It's the first...
Yeah, I look at the guy to see if he would fit in a papoose.
No.
Good, okay. Right, let's let him out the stocks.
I placed the egg in the papoose. You gave me the egg!
Draw a little face on it. And,
oh.
Yeah. Little, I was going to call him Egbert, but we have one of those. All right, we've got a new egg. We'll call him Egbert 1. You can be Egbert 2.
What? I've been demoted.
Egbert, if it's not too personal a question, did you hatch?
No.
Okay.
I used to be a human.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it was just a very appropriate name for a dragon.
Cool. God, that boy loved eggs.
Okay, here's the plan. Okay, we break him out of the stocks under cover of darkness.
Cool.
But then we return him to the stocks in the morning, and no one will ever know.
Why?
That he was, so that it's clear that
he's got a
he didn't
cast-iron
just
alibi.
return it like with a guilty conscience or something.
But couldn't we just leave him in the stocks, and then he'd have an even more cast-iron alibi?
Yeah.
But I thought we...
Literally
Corazon was like,
cast
let's let him out.
Yeah,
so,
I was just shouting random stuff. That's what I do.
Well, what if we let him out on the way back? We could, like, roundhouse kick the stocks apart as we're fleeing from the guard with the gem.
Right.
What do you want us to do?
I'm glad you asked. Listen, I know there must be proof somewhere in Mr. Hawthorne's house. It's a big manor up on a hill. He calls it Hawthorne Heights. And, yeah, 6 of you. He's throwing a party to celebrate my conviction.
Hey!
It's
It's a masquerade ball to celebrate the fact that I'm going to get executed. It literally said that on the invitations.
I heard execution party.
But I'm sure if you just listen, I mean, you could go to his house, sneak around, maybe you can prove me innocent, I get to live, wonderful. If not, you go to a party and I died with some hope swiftly leaving my heart.
Party.
But we got to go to the party. I see.
I feel like we should get out of here before he
I had you at
realises.
a party, didn't I?
Yeah. How do people get invited to this party?
I believe he sent an invitation to absolutely everyone in town.
I say we just walk in there with confidence.
I love it.
Yeah.
And masks.
Yeah.
Because it's a masquerade ball.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go find a mask shop and get cool masks.
Oh, well, I've got a disguise kit. I'm sure I could rustle up some cool masks from that.
I'd rather have a shop bought one.
A savage.
Fine, we don't have any money anyway. There, it's canon.
If you just, it's a bit inappropriate. If you'd reach into my back pocket.
I'm not falling for that.
Done.
Again.
I reach in.
Yeah. You pull out a key. No, I don't. I literally don't have a pocket on this.
Okay.
I appreciate how method you are, but you pull out some door keys.
What's this? A door key.
Yeah, I run a mask shop.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very.
All right, let's go to the mask shop and choose some cool masks.
All right, let's head to your mask shop.
Yeah,
where is it?
the mansion's easy to find, up on the hill. Hawthorne Heights. Yeah. All right, cool.
Sweet.
Sit tight
Good
here
luck.
in this.
Relatively well known.
Yeah.
Stand tight, sort of in the
Yeah,
stocks.
thanks.
Yeah. Have a good time in the stocks.
pick up. I don't have a bedroll, so I borrow Dobbs and put it underneath his knees so that he can at least rest. Because I kind of feel bad.
He'll be beaten savagely for that when the city guard comes.
It'll be worth it. Well, thank you and good luck.
All right, we head to the mask shop.
Yeah, do you want directions to my house or what?
Yeah.
Presumably, you can only point the way if it's in a very certain direction.
Thank God that Rutherglen is built on the grid system. Like, there's two blocks that way, and then it's first left.
All right, we head 2 blocks that way and first left.
You're there in about 45 seconds.
Hooray!
Very small grid system. Great. You open the door, I presume? Mm-hmm. It's a shop full of masks. Really lovely masks.
Nice.
So many masks, in fact, that you might say that you could get any mask you wanted here.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Okay, well,
So
I look around
have
the
a
mask
think.
shop to see if they've got the officially licensed Corazon de Bay in a mask.
That would be the worst mask.
They wouldn't think that I'd be wearing my own mask. What kind of idiot would do that?
All right, I'll wear... Why don't we all wear each other's?
Yeah, I want to be Prudence because I think she's cool.
I'd be Prudence too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm myself.
Anyone
as
else?
well.
I'll also be Corazon.
Cool.
Got 2 Prudences.
And Egbert.
Dob. I'll be Dob.
Okay.
So,
Just hope no one hands me a ukulele because...
Well, then I will be Egbert.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, is there Batman?
Batman?
Is there Batman? Yeah.
You know,
He's
Batman.
He's half man, half bat.
I think
Popular
legally
character.
I have to say no.
Okay, cool. I'll stick with Corazon. That's
Yeah,
fine.
unfortunately, you scour the shop high and low. They don't have the official ones, but they do have the knockoff series.
Great. Oh my
they're
God.
much cheaper and they're almost a third as durable. So you know, there's Crobazon, the
Bob.
Pyra.
I've got a Bob.
There's Prunes. The Prunes, the hate wizard. There's Green Man. So
Teenage Mutant Ninja Green Man.
Yes.
Sounds
Which,
badass.
by the way, sort of doesn't
Balanced
fit
on the end of my
brilliantly.
nose, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
You had. Yeah. I mean, the odds are you reckon as you pull this on that any fire you breathe will come out of the eyes, which would be pretty bad. Cool. So you're not feeling terrible about this.
No, absolutely
metal.
not.
And what am I? What's my?
Which what did you go for?
It looks exactly like this.
Okay. But a worse version.
Is there such a thing?
This
Yeah, it's
knockoff
sort of
mask company, I've been sending them cease and desist firebombs for so long. And yet they're still...
They won't cease or desist.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Okay, so we've all disguised ourselves as each other, which
Worst
is a terrible
versions of
idea.
ourselves.
I have to say they probably didn't work because they worked out what they were before they'd even opened them or finished reading, because it was cease.
Oh. Inspiration.
I've lost them. We've had to happen sometime.
Okay, wait. But it's not just masks, right? We should get like glammed up in finery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean,
I'd like a big furry coat.
Well,
Can I have a
I'm
big
sometimes
furry?
an animal.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, fine.
Not real fur, Merylwyn, don't worry. The synthetic
You're
is
allowed real
stuff.
fair. Sorry.
Really? Sick.
Only if you've, you know.
I wear a coat made of 80 wolves.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
No,
it's about resourcefulness.
They've already been killed. It's too late.
I have 2 costumes with me, and I've never mentioned this before, but one of them is an electric blue tuxedo.
Whoa! Okay. What's the other one?
Okay. You might find out at another date.
Okay.
Are you asking me to prop?
What's everyone else wearing? Let's just assume it's also a costume shop. He forgot to mention that.
Prudence, what would you like?
I'm gonna go.
Heath Ledger's Joker is popular. From
Minion.
The Tale of the Dark Knight.
It's got to be a minion.
And I will be a sexy nurse.
Sexy minion.
And I'll be Daredevil.
Cool.
Maybe there's a. Oh no, wait. I want. No, the other one, the one that's at everyone, is Deadpool.
Deadpool,
yes.
That's it.
Daredevil's the one no
Then
one
I'll blend
dresses
in
as.
because everyone's dressed at Deadpool.
That's good. Yeah, no, I liked it.
Thanks.
Now you know how it feels.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So you're all glammed up and you're ready to go to a party.
We need to arrive in a cool carriage or people won't take us seriously when we confidence our way in.
Yes, do we need to bring booze?
It's not a house party.
It's a party in a house.
Rock up with a 6-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a bottle of Lambrini. Yeah.
I bring a 6-pack.
Can you hotwire this carriage for us?
Yes.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a carriage outside with 4 horses. They're all asleep.
All right,
I put my claws to my mouth and then shock the horses, and they go fast.
That's not a thing you can do.
That's how you hotwire horses.
You put your claws to your mouth.
Yeah, and they get hot, and then on the horse.
Oh, you're just burning them.
Yes.
I thought you were doing a thing like my claws are so sharp and hard, but so are my teeth.
I was going to say
hotwire the horses.
I was going to say Merylwyn could just ask them to take us there.
Yeah, I mean, that would be easier.
But fine, if you want to like
Much too
hole
late.
punch the back of each horse.
100% each horse.
I get mad at this.
I've already killed 80. Bought a coat of which 80 wolves have died. I've got so much blood on my claws already.
As he says this, basically you're having this conversation at breakneck speed, just going like up the main street, which is sort of it. After sort of the grid system sort of runs out, it starts to sort of wind its way up a very grand hill where you see an illuminated manor that already has a lot of carriages outside of it. Some of the less well-to-do are traipsing up footpaths. There are very long queues.
Look at them walking.
There are.
I hate them so much.
Absolute scum.
There are several entrances, and you can clearly see that people are being admitted based on how they are perceived by the Hawthorns. Do they seem worthy of entry at a normal time? They're making the poor people way outside, basically.
That's a real jerk move.
Right. Well, let's.
We'll get to that.
Let's pull up to the top rich person entrance.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's pull
No,
up to
I'm literally asking. Can you?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's what happens.
Go on.
What if we sort of like try and aim the horses a little bit so they're aiming into the kind of rich people valet bit, and then as it crashes in.
What do you mean crash? Sorry, what?
To crash in.
Well, we can't
Crashes-
stop. How are we going to stop the horses?
Gently drift.
Merylwyn can talk to them and ask them to chill out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, before we go with your
Fine.
crash the horses into a wall
If
plan.
you don't want to tuck and roll and go limp as you land, then fine. We'll try another plan.
Job's going loud.
Okay, I tell the horses to very kindly rock us up to the posh entrance if they're all right with that.
Okay, so you slip into the druidic sort of like trance very quickly, and you sense that the horses are just affronted. Basically, they're afraid as well, but they're just
Yeah.
like, this is.
Yeah, I apologise for Egbert's behaviour.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
They say, sweat flying from their flanks and spittle and kind of stuff.
I'm really sorry
I say
You
make
can
them
get
do a
him
drift.
later.
You didn't seem to be doing much at the time to stop him.
Well, he just went and did it, and then I tried to shout at him, and then he just smiled at me, all annoying.
Brilliant, fine. Okay, well, since we're here, what do you want me to do?
Could you, pretty please, go over to the rich person entrance, and I will give you sugar cubes.
I was going to say, why should I trust you? But you just went straight for a bribe, so...
To us, does this just sound like Merylwen is neighing? Well, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's just like that. I mean, we'll try. We are going quite fast.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
You might want to hang on.
Okay, everyone,
Protect the egg,
guys,
dog.
hang on.
Brace. We brace.
Let's see. What are the stats for horse?
I mean, this is pretty early for Egbert trying to damage us. That's...
You sort of like, they skid to a halt and the carriage sort of fishtails out.
Sweet.
It keeps spinning and the horses then kind of like go like, "Ooh," and get pulled around by the hooves. But sort of eventually everything comes to a halt.
No.
All right,
And you're all okay. You've absolutely torn up the lawn.
Sweet.
And you hear a commotion
Power
from nearby.
move.
It's been like, oh.
And then we just go,
What up?
Yeah.
we've arrived.
I think at this point it's very important that we all step out in slow motion,
Yeah.
put on our masks, and we throw the horse keys to the valet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Dob, I just want you to make me, let's see, just a dex check. Just roll me your dex. Be fine.
Don't stack it out the carriage, dog. That is a 12 plus 5 is 17.
All right, Dob doesn't stack it out the carriage. In fact, he sort of like does a wee twirl and as he lands, just hurls the bag of oats at the doorman, the valet, who thankfully is well versed in this stuff. He just kind of snatches them out the air and is like, "Don't worry, sir. We'll park them up."
Not a scratch on them.
They've
Well,
already got too
case
many.
in point, so I believe they actually do have some scratches.
We're done
on
with
them.
this conversation.
Listen, I'm not going to be held liable for this. What door are you heading for?
The biggest,
Main
fanciest...
entrance.
Velvet rope section.
Yeah. Everyone's seen that, I assume.
Yes, they have. So as you go past some of the queues, people are. You walk past the queues of people who are considered to be less worthy of attention at the party, and they're kind of like, these guys. They're watching you.
We don't make eye contact.
Okay. The next queue, people are they're trying to hold their composure and their poise. They're like, trying not to show if they were impressed. The next people are just out and out tutting at you. The next two lines audibly make noises of like affront that you would dare try and get past them to the velvet rope section. They are outraged.
We keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive at the velvet rope section, where I should point out there is nobody waiting. There is just a man with a clipboard. And Corathon, you've seen your fair share of duels in your time. Prudence, you've murdered enough people. Like, he wields it like a weapon, and he has the eyes of a killer. He says, "A good evening."
A very posh killer.
Yeah. Good evening to you.
Thanks,
I just had to walk past all these awful poor people. What the hell kind of party are you running here?
Well, a big one, unfortunately, but why should you consider yourself to not be of their rank?
Listen up.
Look at them, and then look at us. I mean, for God's sake.
80 wolves.
Oh! Listen up, man.
Yeah.
Listen up. The valet, I think he's stealing from people.
What do you mean?
Just something I overheard. It's just a sense I get. When you are as rich and as fancy as we are, and you go to as many of these cool parties, you just get a sense for when the valets are going to take a little something out of the glove box. Go sort it out, would you? I want to go back with all my mints in there.
Mints?
Yeah, beef mince.
Beef mints?
Yeah,
Pork
beef
mince,
mints.
lamb
Almost like beef mints. It's defrosting, and I'd like it to be ready. Don't
yeah.
tell me that as you leave a party, you wouldn't like a big thing of defrosted beef mince.
Okay.
And if we could hurry it up.
I don't deal with the valets, sir. He snaps his fingers, and there's a pause as you think he's actually just trying to start a fight. But then someone comes up and sort of, and he whispers, and they disappear. Probably to go murder a valet. You don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like that sort of house, but whoops, you've done it now.
All right.
Look, gonna hang on.
Wait. What's happening?
Valet in trouble. Just so I don't forget that.
Okay. I rock up to the front of the velvet
He's
rope.
never done that before.
Mini queue.
No, he hasn't. And he's not even started drinking.
Not sure anymore now.
Yeah.
Do it, Prudence.
All right.
Death or glory.
I shimmy up to the front of the velvet rope mini queue, which is all of us, basically.
Yes. You just push everyone else aside.
Right. And in my finest sexy minion costume, let's say.
Sure.
You've seen those?
I mean, they're all sexy.
Let's hope he's into it. Charm person on the guard.
Tremendous.
Charm
Okay.
person.
Let's look at
Is that a
that.
spell or just words?
Subject must make wisdom saving throw. Lasts for an hour. 30-foot range.
Damn.
Very close.
Okay. Blimey. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC.
It's 15.
Yes.
Oh, just a 15. Nope. So, no, as in, I did not. So, no.
That was going to be embarrassing for me.
No, he's charmed. What exactly happens?
Okay, I shimmy up to the front of the queue in my sexy minion
And you're like,
outfit.
fellow.
Legs for days. And I say, yeah.
Banana.
Which is minion for...
Let me
What?
get my minion to English.
Obviously, my friends and I, we left our very exclusive invites, you know, the top tier ones.
Tell them we're a band.
We're the band,
Cool
actually.
band.
No, scratch that. Everything I just said, forget it.
Sure.
We're the band. We're here to play. We were supposed to be on half an hour ago. I'm sure everyone's getting pretty steamed that we're
Sure.
not already on stage.
Yeah.
So if you could just let us through.
Absolutely, yeah, anything. He uncouples the velvet rope, ushers you there,
Yeah,
uncouples the other half of the
That's what
velvet
I
rope and
thought.
just starts stamping on it like it's his fault.
I make an obscene gesture at everyone in the queue.
That's noted.
Cool. Do I need to roll for how obscene?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's 12, so...
that, yeah.
Pretty
I
obscene.
mean, yes,
Cool.
it's definitely
It's up
R-rated. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, he ushers you in, and in fact, he completely forgets his post and just starts simpering along beside you. He's like, I don't believe I saw your rider. I'll ready a green room for you right now. Or would you prefer a red room or a purple room? What was it you wanted in the room?
Red
Obviously,
room.
we'll have a red room. And what did you want in it?
Blood.
Blood. Okay, yeah, right away. Anything else? No, great. Red room of blood coming up. He's gone.
You could,
We could have asked
the
for the
emerald
gems,
tear
the
on our
yeah.
rider.
But all I want is blood.
Oh, that's fair. We have blood at home.
We have blood in Egbert. I need all my blood. I'm using it.
Do you?
Yes.
He disappears to prepare a red room full of blood, and you are left to your own devices. You come into a grand reception hall, sweeping staircases, more passages coming off of this main entrance than you think is really necessary in a house, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But the impression is very, very grand. There are golden statues everywhere.
Golden
There are
statues.
there are string quartets playing in every corner, which is a bold choice. But they're like it's string quartets harmonising with themselves and each other. The effect is quite something.
Okay, I start filing chunks off the gold statue.
Okie dokie.
Just a finger to start with, right?
You guys plan something.
Okay, should we plan something while standing in a little huddle around Coruscant so that...
Yeah.
Make a dexterity
Okay.
stealth check. You're going to have to be
man.
a 20, I think.
Oh, boy.
If the first thing you do on entering a party is go like, well. So, yeah, you do that. Everyone
what
else, you're
you've
getting
done now.
accustomed, acclimatized.
I'm looking out for snacks.
There are, so many trays. It's kind of like...
I stop filing chunks off the statue.
To be honest, because you've just come in through the very important entrance, a man
comes up and says, I'm terribly, terribly sorry to bother you. Ordinarily, I wouldn't insist that you stop doing anything at this party, but it does appear that you're filing down one of the statues.
Can you excuse me? None of us have drinks in our hands.
He sort of gestures to he's like, not as in
thirsty.
like
Several feet away.
He literally goes,
Thank you.
Because in the room there are so many people operating that basically it's kind of like a series of paths and junctions. Like people are milling around in areas, and then there are thoroughfares, and wending through these, it's a constant stream of people with trays, of canapes and drinks, and there are just sort of almost little junctions where they're like ding, 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 people are walking, and they keep going.
Okay.
It is such an opulent party, and you're being very rude.
Sweet.
Do please stop filing.
Not a problem.
I understand that you're very important, but I answer to Mr. Giles Hawthorne himself, and frankly, I'm more afraid of him than I am of you.
That's not a problem. Me and Giles go way back. We used to file chunks off each other's statues all the time. But
it's just an old college prank.
Yeah. If you think you know Giles better than I do, it's fine. I'll talk to him later.
I slap the guy on the back and I say, "You're all right, buddy."
Thank you. He waits to be dismissed.
Okay.
You get out of here.
Yeah, you get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, he legs it.
Okay, listen.
Okay, guys.
Yes.
We need to find clues. Secret, hidden clues. And they won't be out here in the public areas of the party.
Okay, we
need
could.
to explore.
I know this is always a bad idea, which is
Go on.
why I'm saying it. But like there were a lot of
Kill
corridors
Egbert.
facing off this grand ballroom. We could split up and explore one each.
What about Giles Hawthorne? Don't you want to go get some FaceTime with
Yeah.
Big H?
Yeah, I can find out what he's up to.
I want
what he's
to
got
talk to
going
this
on.
Amelia. I don't like the sound of her.
Yeah. Okay.
What's our cover story in case anyone else asks? Like, are we the band? Are we lost?
Not the band, but we're a cool, exciting band that are here because we're cool.
And are we here because we're playing the party, or just because we are a cool
We're just
band?
celebrity musicians who've been invited because we're so cool and rich and awesome.
Can roll with that.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I don't actually have to roll for that.
Dub's gonna roll with that.
Okay, so
I'll be waiting.
we want to explore, like, upstairs where we're not supposed to be to see if there are clues.
Yes.
We also want to talk to Mr. Hawthorne and
Amelia.
Presumably,
She's here.
Mr. Hawthorne's in the main ballroom mingling with his guests.
I don't know, if it's a really fancy party, he might be like the Godfather. He could be like brooding
like
in a
offering
room.
favours.
Or be like
This is
receiving
the day
guests.
of my big
Can we start by sort of mingling through the main
Yeah,
ballroom
let's just
area?
like get the lay of the land and have a look
reach
around the
around,
party.
Maybe
get
listen
some
out,
canapes.
see if we hear anything.
See what gossip we can pick up.
Yeah, eat
So-
some shrimp.
Yeah, sure. So, sort of off to this area, you realise there's a lot of sort of service corridors, and presumably that's sort of the wing for all of the staff that you presume them as like an army that has to sort of run this house. And then there are sort of parlours off this way, and you can hear the sounds of like it sounds like a room with 4 symphony orchestras that are harmonising with themselves and each other. It's a massive ballroom back there, you reckon. Upstairs there are certain people sort of mingling, but you get the feeling that like that's sort of where the red rope people go.
Yeah.
That's high status. And yeah, that's sort of about it. Lots of people are sort of milling past you excitedly on the way to sort of different rooms and different delights. You hear 2 ladies sort of move past and be like, "Oh, should we go to the main hall and hear Mr. Hawthorne's address?" And another one says, "Oh no, Giles is such a windbag. Let's just go somewhere else and dance." So then they sort of saunter off.
Giles' main hall.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I love it.
Yeah, if Giles is down here, he's going to be doing his address. He won't be anywhere else, like upstairs, for example.
Sure.
So, I mean, I might stand a better chance of getting myself up there without being noticed. I could maybe go up there, have a look around while he's doing his speech. You guys could go along and listen to the speech, see if there's
I'm a
anything there.
giant dragon